episode of Alterra, headquarters of the mad capitalist. I'm your host and games master for the evening, James Robertson, and joining me as ever, that old black magic, Ben playing Pizzazz, the gnome wizard.
Yep.
Neon Wilderness, Bob plays as Lanwar the Furbolg druid.
Hi.
God's gonna cut you down, Neil as Dion the Half-Orc ranger.
Hey.
And Five Finger Death Punch, TR playing as Glack the Kobold Cleric monk.
Hello.
Last time, our heroes had, after much fumbling and fussing through a maze filled with traps and monsters galore, found a secret sealed bunker in which a half-orc hunter named Ziraj lay in wait for the party. After a drawn-out combat, at the end of which the highest hit point value for the party was 5, Ziraj was defeated by Dion himself, though the fiend was a sore loser and chose to detonate a soul destruction crystal, which was attached to his death bow in hopes of taking at least some of the party with him. Though that didn't occur, the resultant explosion seemed to cause some trauma in Dion, who began seeing strange visions of a lab and of their missing friend Junkrat, a kobold artificer. Returning to Brightside Towers through a hitherto unknown portal, the party travelled to Lanwar's Grove in Willowwood, where one of his plant clones was sick from the corruption spreading through the forest from the north. Though the clones, along with Tyrioli the dragon, said they could handle it for the moment, it was only a matter of time before the crack in the wall grew large enough for something more than dark energy to come through. And we pick up today with the first episode of our next epilogue, Glack's Ultimate Match. So, Glack, you have been, for the past few months, working in Bragg's gym, Bragg being the person you basically worship. This hench, half-orc guy, who runs this gym for underprivileged youths in downtown Sigil. And who has expanded business, and he now owns pretty much half of the neighborhood you're in. There's a small market area just to the south. Each square, by the way, is 10 foot. You yourselves are currently having an alfresco luncheon, resting after what was a fairly painful fight in the maze only a couple of days prior. You're just finishing lunch.
Fairly painful. How many times did you put me down?
Only about 3 or 4. The sound of combat is coming from Bragg's gym, as usual. There's normal sparring practice. There's the grunting of people lifting heavy weights. The treadmills. Yeah, thank you for that Foley work, Bob. There's people punching bags, lifting weights, skipping rope, treadmilling, and sparring in the ring that's just inside. Don't. What are you getting up to? You have, by the way, at this point, Bragg has been not seen at the gym for getting nigh on about 5-6 months. It's probably nothing to be majorly concerned with, but people are starting to talk, wondering if he's gone for good, what happened, if he was finally killed, if his adventuring ways had finally caught up with him. But you've rebuffed or punched those rumors into dust. For the most part. Recently, a rival couple of businesses have begun springing up to Bragg's places. And, well, they're small, most of them. They're not taking very many customers. Most of them are loyal to Bragg's gym and Bragg's restaurant. But you did notice something under construction about a month and a half ago, which has been pretty much kept under wraps. There's been like a large invisibility spell around the borders of the construction site. It seems super top secret. No one seems to know what's going on. But yes, you're having lunch. What would you like to be doing? What would you like to? What are you eating or talking about?
Pizzazz. Has
Uh-huh.
Tink seen much of Bragg? I know they work in the same factory.
I mean, I've not spoken to her for a little while, so I'm not entirely sure.
Does anyone have any contact with anyone in that? I mean, I helped them out a while back, but that's been some time.
Pizzazz, you are aware that that Tink and the rest of the factory were moved recently higher up in Brightside Towers. They were on level 9 a while ago, and then they moved somewhere else, seemingly further up the tower. They seem to be advancing up the tower as time goes on.
Okay. So I'll say that to the rest of the party.
Well, they're somewhere, but... how are you feeling, Glack?
I'm good, but once again, Dion, you became the top hunter and all you got was a feather. It doesn't seem like enough.
It's a symbol.
At least
It's a feather.
At least that guy is gone.
Yes, he was a little annoying.
Little? He bloody well near killed me 3 times.
But remember, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Well, not if you use that soul crystal thingy.
Yes.
What kills you makes you explode. Do you think you can slip that on somebody and then kill them so they don't come back?
And how do you feel after that explosion, Dion?
I'm just glad he's dead and it's all over. And I'm also happy.
Anyway, back to the problem at hand. Bragg. It seems to be getting a bit of rumors of him not being here. It's not very good. Anyone noticed anything or seen anything?
Well, no, but he doesn't have to be here because he's always here.
I'm asking the wrong
He-
one, haven't I?
He may have
Glack.
taken up singing and gone on the road
I mean,
as a
I
solo
know-
artist.
You know, I know the Arcanite factory that's gotten a lot bigger, so it could just be dealing with that more.
Glack, roll me a history check.
Okay.
Oh,
Outstanding. So you remember, of course, you weren't especially concerned because he's your god. It's where you get your powers from. Of course, he's going to be fine. But to sort of settle the nerves of the regular gym owners, you said, "Okay, I'll go and see what I can do about trying to find him." And you managed to actually, you sort of tracked his last sort of location, as being a tavern. You know that he went on this pub crawl, pretty much right before he disappeared. He just decided, he said, that he was going on a massive night out to celebrate something, some sort of large contract or something that was going on. And you managed to track his last sort of location. But when you got there, the bar, when you got there a few weeks ago, the bar had burned down, and was under it was under guard. So you try as you might, you couldn't get in for love nor money. Hired muscle were just sort of patrolling in force, so you yourself couldn't have beaten your way through all of them. But it looked like some sort of cover up. Gas leak, gas explosion was the reason that you were given.
insurance job.
could
As you explain this, Dion says insurance job. But
I
the
mean,
trail sort of
maybe.
went cold.
Well, I brought you here because I think that's going to be the best place that we can start. We go to a pub nearby, have a drink, give it a bit of a look, then break in and see what's there.
Okay.
But first, a drink to get in the right mindset.
As you're forming these plans, you begin, those of you with higher passive perception of about 15 or higher, you begin to hear sort of the sounds of, "Oi, what do you think you're doing?" Coming from across the alleyway over by this stall here, across the street rather, the market square. And sort of striding out of the alleyway across the street and sort of barging their way through the central sort of hub are 4 turtles of probably late teens, early 20s, you'd say, all dressed in sort of like wraps, like hand bandages of a similar kind that a monk would have. A couple of them are just wearing sleeveless sort of dojo outfits. One of them is like most of them are bare chested. There's a surprising number have wraps and sort of robes over the backs of their shells. But they're sort of strutting through the street now, sort of causing a nuisance more than a ruckus more than a menace, as it were. And they're sort of making a beeline towards Bragg's gym.
That's rather strange.
And I don't think there's any turtles at the gym. Maybe they're just new customers.
Could be.
As you dismiss it, they manage to get closer, and one of them brings out a small sort of hand ring bell, and it goes ding ding, and the leader says, all right, we challenge Bragg's gym, the so-called Bragg's gym, to a fight for the ages, a fight for supremacy around these parts. We are the Ninja Turtles, and we will rock you. We will dominate this area, and our gym is the best gym. We invite you all of you patrons of this shitty little garbage backwoods gym, where the manager has not even turned up in months.
Landworth's trying to hold Glack back as he hears this.
So I invite you all. Please do take a flyer, take a card. The first week's membership is free, of course. Come on down to the Ninja Turtles gym and get hench to impress every wench.
Wow, that's just bad writing.
Now, Glack, you're fuming. That is clearly copyright infringement. Since Bragg's gym's slogan is "Get hench to impress a wench," this will not stand. You feel infuriated.
Don't know why I done a saving throw.
They are handing out flyers. Some of the folks from Bragg's gym have started to come out onto the streets and are like eyeing them with a bit of interest. You do see a couple who are like, "Oh, well, the boss is sort of gone."
Touch that and you'll be in trouble.
One of them, the one at the back, the sort of purple wrap wearing one, goes, "Oh yeah, and what are you gonna make us all the way up on that building? Are ya? All right, I'd like to see you try, fuzzy face. Get it? Because your face is fucking fuzzy."
You're terrible at jokes.
I don't need to be good at jokes. I'm not some bard. spits on the ground. No, I'm a fighter, is what I am. And I'll take anyone on.
Take
Peace.
these
I'm
on.
sure you will.
Take these on.
So you're initiating combat then? Yes?
Yeah. Why not?
Fair enough.
Okay.
Let's
Let's click on your tokens and then roll summon Arshav.
challenge rating 2 beast.
Cool. I will grab one of those. I'm just gonna stick this cat on the page, and you can
Yeah,
control the cat.
Okay.
I will name it Summon. For 'tis its name. There you go.
We
Should be
summon
able to control that now.
Not
Cool.
my most powerful summon, but it was just
Every little helps.
it was just initially the one that came to first.
Could maybe get under their shell.
Helps if I do initiative, doesn't it?
Hmm?
Helps if I do initiative.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
could. Heroes and a half shell.
Turtle power.
Okay, so as they've just begun, as they've sort of taken up their fighting stance,
Cave bears.
Glack, you've watched it. That'll be your turn then. By the way, Lanwar at initiative 10. I'll just move it over here till we
What? I don't
get there.
Surprise.
It's not. They're clearly here to cause trouble. They're not surprised, I'm afraid. But Glack, they've begun handing out flyers and business cards to Bragg's patrons, the patrons of your gym, the gym you love so much, your temple, your church. They are stealing members of your church. And Lanwar looks to be about to do that thing where he summons a fey creature and then chucks it at them.
Okay, so then what Glack will do, he's going to leap over the table and run across these wires and just hop down.
Perfect. I love it.
And then
you don't even need to
as he
roll
lands-
acrobatics. This is your playground. You just tiptoe across. Do you do like a sort of swing? It's your classic sort of American gym. There's like a flag out the front, but instead of the American flag, it's like a copper ring with Bragg's face in the middle. You swing on that like flagpole or like bounce on so these awnings are all very like Agrabah style fabric areas, as it were.
So
How you getting down?
I just a simple swing off and then land with the classic 3-pronged superhero landing, but on the way down, my astral arms pop out. So does the helmet, and also for now, because I've just reached level 11 in Monk, I actually have a full astral suit that comes out. Looks like a 80s Adidas tracksuit.
Oh my god, that's great.
And he lands and says, "Well, you say you're a fighter. Come get punched."
Could you do that at your gym?
Maybe. That's your turn, so you're not
actually,
dashing, or
No. But what I will do is I'm going to cast Bane on them.
okay. Second level.
I've only got first level.
Okay, so it's 3 creatures. So it's The blue one,
Charisma
green, there's purple and
17.
red.
I'm gonna go for Gobby the purple, green and blue. I'm hoping Raphael in red out because he's my favourite.
Aw. In that nice.
Everyone
Okay,
loves
so
Raph.
so I've got the rules open on 5e tools, so we'll see if this works. Did that show up? No, it didn't. Oh well. So never mind. +3 to this. So 15 from blue.
Fail.
Oh, okay. Green has +2. So he
Fail.
fails as well. He's going to use his Indomitable to attempt to roll again. A natural 20.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
you
yeah, that'll do
watch. So you watch as his muscles tense, and he just sort of slaps the side of his head, and he seems to just go into this sort of frenzied, mouth foaming rage. And purple, he has proficiency, so he's +7 to this. So a 19.
Yeah, unfortunately succeeds.
So you watch as this the one at the back, this sort of almost wolf-faced torso. Well, you think it's wolf-faced. You realize he's wearing some sort of animal skin over his, like as an almost headdress. You see attached to the wolf, there's a couple of feathers as well. A few talons adorn his neck. He looks like he is a furry, maybe, but to the extreme. Yeah, so that's them. It's a good turn. So blue is baned only, I'm afraid. So we'll use a bane, blue dot for bane. Okay, and you're concentrating on that. So, Dion, it's yourself. Glack has just shimmied, like tiptoed along these this bunting. That's the word. Has tiptoed along the bunting, has dropped down onto the street, has sort of swung off a palm frond that's standing beside Bragg's gym, and has landed on the ground and cast a spell at these guys. You do notice his astral sort of self looks a lot more like Bragg these days. It even has its own mullet. It's like you're seeing double. It's your turn. These guys look like they're spoiling for a fight.
I shout down to them, if you're smart, you turn around and walk away and leave these customers alone.
Okay. Are you trying to intimidate them away, or
Yeah.
okay? Tell you what, I'll get an intimidation check from you then. I would say this would be at disadvantage though, since Bragg has already, like, you're trying to sort of get them gone after, like, the knife has been pulled, sort of thing. So I'll give you disadvantage on this, and this will take your bonus action. So 10. So yeah, the one at the back, the wiser looking two at the back, red and purple, actually, look much more apprehensive about getting into a brawl in the street. But the two at the front, the quite clearly frontline fighter and barbarian duo, are cracking their knuckles and growling at Glack, and they seem to pay you no mind. So that the two at the back sort of shrug and take up their battle stances. That was your bonus action. It appears to have failed, however.
Okay. I just go, well, you were warned. And that's me.
Alrighty. Well, you do have an action, so you can either fire on them or cast a spell or hold an action if you wish, or dodge, something like that.
Hold an action. You can set up any
Dion?
trick.
If
Dion?
they try to attack, I will fire at them.
If they attack, you'll fire at them.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Cool. So you hold your shot. It is the champion fighter, and he's going to, having had a spell cast at him from Glack, he's going to run up to you, and he makes 3 attacks with his greatsword. Except, well, yeah, he's got 3 attacks with his greatsword. He is only trying to knock you unconscious, though. So it's like a blunted wooden, like a shenzo
Okay.
stick.
Yeah.
Since I'm modifying these stat blocks, so 3 attacks. So kendo stick, yeah. He's got +9 to all of those. So dirty 20 is the highest.
Meets my armor class of 20.
Okay, so just the 1 hit then, which is 4d6. So you take 11 points plus another 5, so 16 points of bludgeoning damage as he just brings the stick down on your astroform. It just breaks through and hits you square in the shoulder. Concentration check, but that'll be his turn. You know what? No, he's gonna action surge and attack you 3 more times.
Okay.
Concentration check real quick first, though.
Yeah. So
I'll just roll the other attacks. So 2 more hits, one of which is a crit. So the regular hit first. It's going to be 19 damage from the regular hit.
Okay.
And the crit is double that, I'm afraid. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Die 6. So 30 damage all told from that critical hit that he just brings it down. Having jabbed to your right and jabbed to your left, you go to dodge out of the way backwards, and he just cracks you across the jaw for 30 points of damage. And 2 more con saves, please.
Yeah, no problem.
DC 10 for the first and 15 for the second. And Dion, your held action would go off, so roll your attack, please.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah, so you still maintain the Bane effect. But this guy looks like he means business, but he seems to have gone beyond human exertion. He looks a bit tired now.
So that was a disadvantage, sorry.
So it would be just a 20. Are you attacking? And that's max damage. Are you just attacking the guy that was attacking Glack?
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna take all of that, and he's not. He's a turtle, so he has just natural armor. So it does actually hit, and takes every answer that. 23. Okay. Yeah, he takes that hit, and he glances up at you, but for a second, but continues just sort of standing there in front of Glack. It is blue now, and he's baned. So, what's he gonna do? 10, 20, 30, 40. He's gonna use his action. No, he's gonna use a step of the wind. So he's gonna burn a key point and dash another 40 feet. 10, 20, 30. Climbs those stairs. And
Didn't even see the stairs under the palm tree.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Neither did I.
That's true. There are no stairs there.
He claims
The
the
monkey
ban
just
free.
run up the wall.
He is in fairness a monk, so he runs up the wall. And he's going to use his action for patient defense. He's going to take the dodge action. And he just sort of stands there on the edge of the building, belying his massive sort of bulky frame. He just holds out a couple of fingers and beckons you towards the fight. The guy at the back here is... he is going to simply cast freedom of movement on this guy. So that's his action. That's their turns. Lanwar.
Okay. I'll move forward to here. So, what, 20? Or is that 10? Just,
The- 10
Each square is 10, yeah.
so 10, 20. Four, 5, 6. And the summon appears
Okay.
here.
I see.
And it is a cave bear.
All right. A cave bear appears. It does have summoning sickness, though, since that is a rule we introduced last week. So it will. You just you bring it from another part of the city. Describe what this cave bear looks like, because as we know, you've summoned it from somewhere in Sigil. Where would it have been? Like a private zoo, or is it like a circus bear? Because I will give you like advantage on stuff later on if it's good flavor. Like if you want it to balance on a ball or something, and that relates
Nice
to
performance check.
yeah, or no, I mean like bowl a ball into these guys to force them off or something. What sort of bear is it? Where is it summoned from? Because you just sort of reach out of nowhere and you bear, and it just appears.
Thinking I'm summoning it straight from a cave. Suddenly, there's just this colorfully painted bear. I'm going, oh god, this is not that circus again.
It looks up at you and just sort of goes, it shrugs and goes, why?
Hi,
Why?
Fred. Hi, Fred. How are you doing?
Why? My manager says if I do this anymore, he'll dock my pay. Oh.
I'll pay you later. It's okay. I'll make sure he doesn't fire you.
He doesn't even pay us. That was a lie. Why would he pay us? I'm a bear.
You can come live in the forest on my level. I mean on level 5, not my level.
Anyway, that's the bear. If you want to stick its health and whatnot in those bars and keep track of that. That's your turn. Any bonus actions?
Which does the health go in the red one, or does it matter?
Health in green, armor in red is what I do.
Right.
And temp hit points in blue. Any bonus actions before you I'll just let you do that in the background as Pizzaz's turn next.
I will use some of my Balm of the Summer Court just to heal our frontline.
Yep.
Our frontline fighter.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yep. He is within 60 feet.
Thank you.
It's more than 60 feet I have for this. It's 120 feet.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying he's within 60 feet. So while you do that, Pizzazz, a monk-looking guy, a ninja turtle, as they've proclaimed themselves, has run up the wall in front of you. There is a quite hench one that's beating into Glack quite heavily. One over here, the red one, has cast a spell, which you would recognize as an arcane spell, on the purple one, who is breathing heavily and looks about to fly at the bear. It's your turn, which has just been summoned by Lanmore. Pizzazz.
Alright, this guy next to me is dodging, yeah?
Yes, he is. You
Hmm.
recognize him just sort of standing there in crane pose.
Hello there. Try dodge this. And cast Toll the Dead on him. Needs to make a DC 18 wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Alrighty. +3. Whatching? No. No,
So he takes
takes
the 7.
the 7.
Yeah, the 16 is if he's already taken damage.
I see. That's a shame. But he does take it, and he seems very very miffed by this. Any bonus actions?
I don't have many bonus action things I can do. Nah.
Okay. It's this guy, and he is going to use his bonus action to rage. And then as he runs at the bear, you watch his sort of wolfish face mask gets a little more pronounced and seems to meld with his shell. And as he shrugs off his robes, he gets down on all fours and begins to get into a sort of galloping sprint as he uses his action to wild shape into a dire wolf.
Wolf meet bear.
Yes. That's his turn, though. Action and bonus action. Back to the top of the initiative, Glack.
Okay, Black's going to pull out a staff and just whack the guy right in the face with it.
Go for it.
So 31 to hit.
Amazingly,
The first one.
It's gonna hit. Yeah, go for it. Next attack.
And the second one will be just 15.
15's not gonna hit. 15 just sort of cracks off. He manages to shrug sideways in time for it to hit off his heavily painted shell, which is painted all in green.
He's going to take 8 bludgeoning damage, and then I'm going to use 3 charges for another 10. So 16, no, not 18 total.
Do you not have? Does that not add your dex or
No, not for
anything
that.
else?
Oh, wait, no. So it's
Because
1d8
you're
plus 8. Yeah, so it'd be 26 total, sorry.
okay. I was just wondering because your sheet's not showing up.
Yeah.
What's wrong
26
with it?
total for that. Then I'm going to spend a key point, and I'm going to pummel him with my astral fists.
Okay. Any
So-
stunning strikes or anything, or
Uh,
nah, ours are the astral cells. Fine.
On this one, yeah, we go for a stunning strike.
-7 damage and a con save, which he has proficiency in, so +6 to this roll. Watcha! So a 25, I'm afraid. So he just you punch him in the sternum, and he breathes out, and just your fist comes back slightly stinging.
But what actually happens for once is he actually gets an extra little 1-hit pop, because I get
Okay.
an emboldened punch once a turn now as well, an extra d8.
Interesting.
But my second punch, oh, that'll do.
Ooh.
Oh, mate.
And another stunning strike.
And another stunning strike. So another +6. No, he's going to use his Indomitable to roll that again. His second and final Indomitable. So he fails, and he is, despite his best efforts, he is stunned. And he's just sort of looks punch drunk at this. This critical hit. Yeah. Critical fit. That's great.
Yeah. And I just realised they all should have been at advantage because of the bear, but never mind. I'll remember that for next time. But that's me done.
But yeah, minus 18. So this, he is just now looking bloodied. These guys are seriously rethinking their life choices. Dion, the hunter. Dion.
Yeah, the blue guy's still dodging, isn't he?
Blue guy is still dodging, yes, until the start of his turn.
Right. I'm just gonna attack the green guy.
Okay. Yeah, he is stunned, technically.
So does that be advantage?
Yes, but there's an enemy within 5 feet of you, so it's also at disadvantage.
So it's a disadvantage.
Unless you move away from the guy. Like you could back away 5 foot. And hope he doesn't take an
I'll do
opportunity.
that.
Okay, well he is going to take his opportunity against you. Which he has +8 to hit. So a nat 20. And I need you to make me a con save, please.
He's making a con save, sorry.
Dion. That actually fails. So as you back away, he just hits you right in the side of the head, and you also fall prone because he is a open palm. Yeah, that's a Fist of Fury thing. Yeah, stunned. So you're stunned, but only until the end of his next turn, which is coming up pretty soon.
Right.
But you do take the 2d8 crit damage. +4 is 14 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And you're stunned. So I'm afraid that is your turn, as he's just lured you into this trap and has pulled the rug out from under you. It is the green guy. He is stunned. He can do nothing. The blue guy. What would he do? He is. Yeah, he's going to attack. He's going to give you one attack each. So first one on Pizzazz is going to miss. First one on Lanoir is a nat 1. And the second one on Lanoir, since you summoned a creature. So 23 to hit you, Lanoir.
Yeah. Okay.
And 8 plus 4 is 12 points of bludgeoning damage. And a Constitution saving throw, please.
Damage on. Con saving throw.
Yeah. Okay. You are not stunned. Now more. Roll me a con save to maintain concentration. Yeah, easy enough. You take the hit and you just stand there. As his bonus action, he is going to expend another key point and dodge. He stays within 5 feet of you. It's the red guy. He calls out to the patrons of Critical Fit, Bragg's gym, and says, "This is but a taste of the combat to come. We challenge these folks here, the patron of this gym, if he does ever return, to a fight in 1 week for ownership over this district. Prepare yourselves, for this gym will be nothing when we win everything. and he holds up his hand and he snaps his fingers, and he is going to deactivate the invisibility. And over at the sort of far end, like further down the street, about 150, 200 feet away, is a large sort of picture Globo Gym and Average Joe's in dodgeball. It's that sort of aesthetic. It is high-end equipment, gear. It's all metal and glass, and is quite akin to the Shard more than anything else. This is our state-of-the-art gym, and this is where you are all welcome. If you ever get tired of this dog and pony show, boys, finish up with your pets. Let's go. And he's just going to walk away.
Like question. The squares are 10 feet.
Yes. Why?
Just your monk's standing a little bit away from me. Has he got reach? Because
There you go. It's just so I could move him without touching your tokens as well.
Okay. And
That's his turn. It is Lanwar's turn.
Okay. Did he call us playthings?
Yes.
Did he really?
He did.
And I will use poison spray on our lovely friend in front of me.
Okay. As you do so, he breathes it in and enjoys the smell. It appears to have no effect on this high-level monk.
So, no poison.
Monks are immune to poison at a high enough level, I'm afraid.
Eesh.
Sorry. That's your action. Any more bonus actions?
Bonus action. Nothing for the bonus action, but my bear.
The bear's going to attack the wolf, right?
Yep. The
Go for
bear's going to have a fight with the wolf.
Go for it.
Should be interesting.
Multi-attack.
Alrighty.
First attack. And second attack.
Mm-hmm. He's raging, so he takes half of this. Hmm, 25. Not bad. But that is halved as well because of raging. 212. Cool. Pizzazz.
Okay. Seeing as this monk didn't seem to do very well on his wisdom save, Pizzazz is going to cast Toll the Dead on him again.
Groovy.
I'll join
Charm.
I'll join you with that next time.
He loses, he misses that, and takes 18 points of necrotic damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pizzazz is essentially just sat there drinking tea.
Yeah. Basically. You've got your ghoul just sort of standing by you, just in case this thing gets to actually hit you. The ghoul's gonna like jump on it. But I picture the ghoul dressed in a, like, because it's a ghoul, it's rotted. It's wearing like a butler's outfit, which is similarly rotted, and it's just sort of standing there with a tray full of tea and just sort of just sort of snorting and waiting for the command that it can rip off this stupid uniform and jump into the fight. Yeah, that's a good turn. It is the direwolf barbarian druid. He is going to recklessly bite this thing twice. First attack. Second attack. So the lowest is a 19.
His armor's only a 12.
Of course it is. shots, another 5 each. 35 points of damage.
I tried
to the
to
bear.
type in it and didn't go.
35 to the bear. Glack, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm just going to move like just 5 feet back, so I'm still 10 foot away.
Yeah.
And then I'm just
He-
going to pummel him.
he's- Yep, he's still stunned. Roll
Yeah.
your attack. Dion, you're on deck. Think about what you're going to do. But this, they look like they're about to run away. Well, maybe not the barbarian, but certainly the monk and the fighter are going to run. That's going to hit the guy.
I'm with that one. I'm going to do my just extra little dap, so that's only an extra 2.
Okay.
Second punch. Ooh, 28 for 14.
Mm-hmm.
How's he looking?
He's looking bloodied.
Okay, then I'll spend another key point and I'll hit him twice more.
You've punched him a bunch, so yeah, he looks bloodied.
So another 19 damage.
Yeah, he's not a fan of you, but he's about to be knocked out, so he's gonna run. At the end of your turn, the stun wears off. Dion, it's your turn.
I'm going to attack the monk.
Okay, yeah,
Because he's annoyed me.
Yeah, he is dodging, so you have disadvantage.
Yeah, I just rolled normal.
Okay, well,
I thought
roll
I was
again.
No, all he's done is stand up there and dodge us.
Yeah, he is punched and dodged like monks be doing. So roll one more regular attack. All right, 25 for 17 points. He's going to use his reaction to catch it and reduce it by, it is a D10. Yep.
What is a D10 plus his monk level?
Yes, it is.
So he probably takes nothing from the 11.
No.
Yeah, because he hasn't Hunter's marked. Yes, and he catches it and reduces it to 0, and he's going to spend a key point and chuck it back at you. But misses. It just flies back over your shoulder.
Maybe not shoot him.
Second
He
attack,
annoyed
Dion.
me.
Second attack.
I'll go for the green guy.
Okay, go for it. Just a regular hit this time. $21 does hit. 17 points. Oh, wow. No, it's not this guy's day. He's looking very single digitsy. But luckily it's his turn. His bonus action, he is shockingly gonna second wind and add more health. Then he's going to disengage and run.
Does he have Sentinel?
You don't know that. Do you want to attempt
Well,
to
then-
make an opportunity?
Yeah.
As you go in to make the strike, he just maneuvers in such a way to catch. He sort of feels it coming preternaturally and catches it using his own reaction to sort of knock you off. And he jumps on the direwolf and makes ready to steer the thing away when it's his turn.
You know that looks real weird from here, yeah? A turtle and a turtle.
It's the monk's turn. He is going to salute, bonus action disengage, leap off the building, do like a parachute roll, and sprint down here. And use his action to run and his movement. Because monks be fast, you.
Yep.
The red guy's just gonna continue moving as their leader. The one that you didn't target. I was like, oh, which one is he gonna not bane? But Lanmore, it's your turn, then Pizzazz, and we'll wrap this combat up. Lanmore, they do seem to be retreating. there is still the technically he's on the back of the wolf, but Peter?
Just
The one up here, did it disengage before it ran?
Yeah.
Bear, you can go home now. And cancel the summon.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, in sheer bewilderment at their overall boast, and then a runaway. I don't see the point of flogging a dead horse. They're running away, and I do nothing other than cancel the summon, so he goes back before he dies.
I mean, they go back if they get reduced to 0 hit points.
Yeah, but I'm just Brad, you have a reprieve. Go home.
Back to your day job.
And the summon.
Don't call me again.
I'll try not to.
Thank you. Pizzazz, anything?
Gonna look at the wolf and go, I don't like the look of you. And cast Firebolt at it
Okay, go for it.
for 23.
That is actually enough to take him out of wolf. Oh no, he has resistance. Not to fire, because he's not that kind of barbarian. He's a frenzy. Oh no, wait, 21 damage.
21 damage, 23 to hit.
23 to hit. Oh, so
Yeah.
So that's so sad. He has 1 health as a wolf left. Oh. But on his turn, he growls up at Pizzazz and runs.
Run away with the tail between your legs.
But the market square is abuzz as these guys continue through the crowd, just kind of handing out flyers and saying, "Yeah, come for the fight. It's gonna be epic. We're gonna take this gym from those losers."
You hear
I would have
from them.
moved to there and shot them.
Pathetic.
Which one are you gonna shoot? Oh, guiding bolt.
Yeah, to Mr. Green.
To Mr. Green, he takes it and he sort of looks back and says, "That's bad sportsmanship to shoot a
So
guy
he's
when
running
he's not."
from a fight.
Hey, we're not running. We're just coming
And yet,
back so we can
here I
settle
am.
this in the ring like men,
Neither of us are men.
or whatever you are.
I'm going to make soup out of you.
Total soup.
But yeah, they run off. You've solved my ninja turtle encounter. You level up.
Really?
All of us?
No.
Oh.
What?
You heard him. He gave us a level up. Can't take it back now.
But
No
then the
backsies.
sound just cut out.
Don't make us get Chris. I'm joking.
Mr. Fireside.
You do know that he can hear you, right? He's
Chris isn't actually in the Discord.
No, but we can message him.
Please don't. Okay.
Guys, James is reneging.
We've
I know.
so you have sort of beat off the ninja
Beat him
torsos.
off.
They challenge us.
This is meant to be a PG-13 stream. We can't beat off people.
Yes.
I mean, you can, but respectfully. And with soft focus.
They challenge us and then run away? What kind of fighters do they call themselves?
I mean, who runs? He says, running up the wall. Who runs from a fight? And have you seen the quality of this paperwork? Randall would be disgusted.
Yeah,
Does that
it's
say,
very
oh, let me see that.
it's very
Past
80s.
prestidigitation burns it.
It's very 80s. It's very glossy. It's neon. You can see crossing in front of it are like 4 weapons. One's a wand. One's a the kendo stick, which Glack, you're very aware of what that is now. There's like a small sai, a little dagger looking thing, and like a ninja star type situation.
I mean,
Except it's on the palm of a wolf.
I mean, one just stood there and let us beat on him. The other ran away without even throwing a punch. That red one. And the rest just got beat up.
They're clearly all just full of bravado.
No
No
one,
bite.
no one's as
Most-
braggadocious as Bragg.
Most people who own gyms are Neil.
I don't know too many.
They clearly don't.
Hmm.
Clearly don't.
But there's a clear date. It looks like these guys came to the critical fit with a goal to get a rise out of you, to distribute these flyers to. There's even a date of critical fit's gym leader versus the Ninja Turtles gang for control of the district. So it looks like these guys came with an idea in their mind that they would challenge Bragg, which Glack, it worries you the fact that he's not here to like defend not
His
only his
honor.
honor but also defend the gym as well. You reckon you would probably take those guys? Maybe not 1-on-1, but like if it was a 4-on-4, like with your allies beside you, maybe. But you kind of realize now you should probably get Bragg back sooner rather than later. Plus, he's gone too long. He's been gone entirely too long. You aren't aware very much of the gym's finances, but you know,
All the letters of foreclosure.
Like,
yeah,
how
like
how big is their gym? Just eyeballing. Like, would you say it's like a
it's
100-foot radius?
it's pretty big. It's one of those. It's like a pure gym in sort of size. So where Bragg's is, so each square is 10. So Bragg's is 50 feet by 40 for the main building. Theirs is maybe at least 10 times that. It is probably about the width and size of this whole map, this whole market square.
Okay, so we can do 2 things. We can try and find Bragg. Well, no, 3 things. Try and find Bragg. We can just break in the gym and beat them up. Or do you remember a while ago we found a couple of eggs, yellow Arcanite eggs?
Oh, I don't have mines anymore.
Oh, I have mine.
I still have mine.
So if we got up
You
high and dropped the egg,
Oh, you're not seriously saying we blow up their gym?
I'm offering as one of a suggestion.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Does anyone have a magic missile?
Yes.
Glack, you can't be sure, but you swear you hear a in the back of your mind.
Because he's the one who has. No, actually, I
Um,
sold it to Bragg.
You actually sold your egg to Bragg.
Oh shit, Bragg's got
Actually,
it.
as you sort of frisk yourself and look around in your bags of holding for the Arcanite eggs, you seem to be missing some of your equipment, which you've not really had to think about or use over the past year, Black. Maybe you left it in your locker one day and you came back and you didn't think of it, but there is no Arcanite egg there.
Hmm.
Oh no. Did you let Junkrat steal yours?
Did you steal my egg?
Who are you asking?
He's asking
Ladwa.
the GM.
Well, I am asking the GM. I'm asking
No, no, I didn't steal your Arcanite egg.
Hmm.
Someone in the game did while you were working out, baby.
Okay, so that takes us down to 2 options now.
Well,
Go beat them up now, solve it now, or try and find Bragg.
well, if we find Bragg, we can maybe recover 1 Arcanite egg and blow it up.
Yeah, yeah.
I've-
Let's do the mission I've written.
Oh,
Although I'm sure it would be fun for me to just pull a gym out of my ass.
Well, outside of the box thinking is D&D. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I like it.
You should have planned for that.
I mean,
like if you give somebody a bomb,
I
they're going to
realize-
use the bomb.
I realize that now. I wasn't the DM when I gave you those bombs. Like when
Oh,
Chris,
you're blaming
when
Chris now.
Of course, I blame Chris.
Oh, I mean, we could just still decide to rock up to them and fight them on their own turf.
Their gym is not yet open. It's still got the big security sort of gates and all sorts around it.
I'm
And you
sure.
think we wouldn't be able to get past them?
Street fight.
I mean, you could attempt to.
I'm sure Bragg would love to blow up that gym as a threat to his dominance
Yeah.
in this area.
Yeah, I think if anything, he would be most accepting of this.
You are aware, though, Glack, I'll say that Bragg was never one to back down from a fight. Although you have noticed your sort of subscription rates have dropped off in the past, like I mentioned, in the past few months since he wasn't there. Maybe this could be a way of getting some good commercial
Good press.
Yeah, some good press for the gym. If you were to beat back this massive rival, it might convince some of the others to.
You know what's also good press? A smoking hole where another gym would be. It says a very strong message of, hey, there's one gym.
But you're forgetting about the police. If you purposefully like just kill people you have a feud with, there would be no end to that. You would be thrown in jail.
That's how they used to do it. Good old
I mean,
fashioned feud.
it sounds like a religious crime that you're trying to get a Glack for. So I'm sure I could find some kind of angel to take my side. But okay,
I plead the cloth, please, sir.
My patron saint Jim was being admonished by that other heathen of a church.
Who were you worshipping, Bragg? That's not a god. Oh,
to you.
Are you in a cult? No.
Define cult.
Why do people keep saying cult? So
Okay.
let's finish our sandwiches and drinks because the fight didn't even knock over the table, and then we go hunt for Bragg.
Can I put
Need a short rest.
Can I put? I've listened to the Kobolds thing, and I now understand why Glack actually worships him. Because Kobolds worship people with profit of gold and wealth,
Strength and wealth. Yeah.
So we're saying that kobolds are Ferengi.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. That was always my thought of it.
Because
Although kind of goblin-y as well, yeah.
Yeah.
and
Okay. So shall we do short
The
rest
12
and then
rules of
bounce off?
profit.
are you needing some healing or something? Are you
I want my key points back.
okay? You can. We can take.
Well, they
over.
said a week, didn't they? So that gives us a week to find Bragg.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I imagine that we're trying to find Bragg will cause us trouble, so I'd rather take an hour now, finish off our lunch, because the Bragg LT is a classic sandwich.
Oh yeah,
And
and
then we'll move
You
on.
gotta let it digest.
and it is about a foot in height. Yeah,
It's like the size of his leg. and
yeah,
it is
it's a foot in height, and it's mostly meat for the protein. So yeah, there's egg on there as well. It's mostly egg and meat, and it's yeah.
I remember my
It's
sister telling
disgusting.
me. I remember what my sister telling me that when she had dinner with a giant, that she ate essentially something bigger than her.
I mean, it's what we all dream of.
Mhm.
Yes, that is the dream of many people, to eat a human-sized meal.
Human-sized meal, human meal. Take your choice.
I can't even remember what it was.
Annoyed
that
sized
she ate.
meal. Annoyed sized meal.
You gain the benefits of a short rest. So roll hit dice real quick before you set off towards the search for Bragg. Star Trek 4. Star Trek 3, The Search for Bragg.
I don't think I need the short rest.
No, I was just using cantrips.
Yeah, I noticed.
Very-
as I
very
was getting my ass kicked.
Yeah, very wise, Stink.
I cast one,
Pizzazz.
one spell.
Sorry. Play a race other than gnomes.
No,
Don't
I
don't
like
play
gnomes.
don't play gnome siblings if you don't want to get the two confused. No, don't play gnome siblings with the same group twice a week. Anyway, as you short rest, you do notice the crowd in the marketplace sort of disperse, but the people sort of around Critical Fit are still talking about it. Most of them have gone back to their workouts. A few of them have gone off and are cooling off in the swimming pool nearby, which is in this building here, which Bragg owns. Yeah, he owns 3 buildings. What of it? He's a successful, legitimate businessman.
Nobody said anything.
But yes, after lunch, you take another sort of half an hour after the fact and have some tea before you move off in the direction of the tavern. It is a burnt-out affair. There are no sort of security people around anymore. It looks like the sort of crime scene was cleared eventually. But yes, you're at the last place Bragg was seen. There are a couple of people around this area. There's someone who looks to be sort of gathering up all the unburnt bits of furniture and sort of putting them on the back of a cart. There's a couple of people who are like digging stuff out of the basement, which was seemingly largely undamaged. And across the road, under a bridge that sort of is opposite the burnt out pub, is a few sort of homeless people or of that sort of description. You see a couple of constructs and a few humanoids as well, and actually one devil, a sort of floating little flying imp is there, sort of warming itself by the fire as well.
Who's good at talking to people or investigating?
I've got pretty good insight.
I'm pretty good at
They're lying to us.
investigating stuff.
Okay, well then, I'm going to give Pizzazz guidance and say, take a look around the dust, see if you can see anything.
Okay. 26.
Can I do a
We'll come back to that.
perception check whilst
Okay, let's just go. So Pizzazz is going to investigate in amongst all the rubble of the pub. Lanwar,
yeah, you got a D4.
What were you perceiving, Lanwar?
I want to see if anyone starts watching Tink as they start
Pizzazz.
Sorry, because Tink comes up first in your name.
It's all right. We use it a lot.
As they're basically, is anyone watching him looking into this?
Okay. That would be an insight check
Oh, you want insight?
rather than perception.
It was more to see if anyone looked at them and.
Well, there's people looking around.
Right.
There's obviously people are looking at you guys because you're a group of 4 quite heavily armed adventurers who have just turned up
Okay.
at this tavern. So it's more to see whether they're looking at you as if to say, oh, these guys, I better like warn the boss or something to that effect, or oh, what are these guys up to?
Right.
So you're inciting people. So that's the 2 of you, Glack and Dion. Pizzazz is looking at the ground. Lanmore is looking at people. What do you guys want to look at?
Oh, you said there was somebody picking up the broken bits of wood and stuff.
Yes.
Would there be any insurance documents around I can go in and try and steal? Or
You
borrow?
do. Yeah, you do note that sort of sat on the front seat of this sort of horse-drawn carriage. There is like a sort of booklet, sort of pleather-bound tome that's closed at the moment. But you reckon it's quite old. It's quite dusty. The pages are like water damaged, ink blotted. It looks like it could be a list of pickups and drop-offs, that sort of thing. You do note that there's a bunch of stuff on the cart already that isn't fire damaged, that must have come from somewhere else. But the stuff that the guy's picking out of the rubble of this area looks somewhat fire damaged, but replaceable. Obviously, not everyone in this place has magic, even though it's a very high magic society. There are still commoners. There are still peasants and slaves and whatnot. So, like a hardwood bar or table would still be great for them because they might not be able to afford a brand new one or something like that. This is obviously downtown. This is on the, and actually as you're here, you notice, and with that insight check, Lanwar, it's very much below the poverty line. You've been used to the glitz and the glamour of Brightside Towers and Adventurers Retreat, where people buy and sell and trade soul shards. This looks like the slums.
Back
This
to
is
trading in gold and.
yeah.
copper and-
No, not even gold. They're like, these are people who would fight for a couple of copper, who would kill someone for a loaf of bread. These people, especially the ones gathered around the fire, look particularly hungry. Obviously, the constructs, the Warforged, probably don't need to eat, but they might appreciate like warm bits of wood or something pressed against them.
Their joints.
That sort of thing.
Freezing up.
Yeah. These people are very poor.
And fresh oil and stuff.
But yes, Glack. Long story short, there is a book of some description on the front seat. Okay, so you're gonna slide
it.
Yeah, you're gonna do that. And Dion, lastly, but not leastly, yourself. What are you getting up
Through
to?
the headset, I ask everybody if they've found anything interesting or any leads.
Okay, are you not gonna take up a lead of your own?
I'll have a look at a corner of the room.
Okay, so you're gonna investigate with Pizzazz as well. Okay, you can roll your own, or you can help. Actually, are you proficient in it?
No, I'm not proficient.
So you can just roll your own one then.
Yeah.
We'll see if you find anything. Unfortunately not. A lot of the area that you're in looks just quite badly burnt. You're actually too preoccupied with a lot of the floor over here is scorched, in fact. But Pizzazz, in amongst all the rubble, you do find what look to be the remnants of no people, but definitely what looks to be the sort of outlines of like scorched earth, where people were clearly lying there and they were obviously superheated against the ground of this place. So it's quite obvious people died in this fire, but their bodies have since been cleared away. You find actually over in one following a sort of trail of some sort of particularly dark stain, a particularly dark area of the scorch marks. You follow it behind the bar and to a secret trap door, which you, looking around, you sort of pop open. It falls completely off its hinges, having been completely scorched. The bottom layer is completely blackened as well, but lodged in the sort of the nook, the lip between the bar and the steps going down. There's like a tiny scrap of cloth upon which there is scratched a symbol, which I will draw in the chat if I can.
This drawing brought to you by
Critical Fit. Get all your fitness needs at Critical Fit.
Now serving the Bragg LT with extra bacon.
It is a oh shit, that should be black. It is a circle with a bunch of spokes radiating out from it.
Like a sun.
A bit like a sun. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And around that, in the middle, there's sort of like a yellow yellow area with what looks to be like petals coming out from it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Contained within this sun.
I mean,
Does anybody recognize it?
as a player,
roll,
I know. As a character, I probably don't.
No, I mean, as a character, does anybody recognize this symbol?
I do not as either.
Let me see. Lanwar and Dion might, because they traveled with Bragg for a time.
So it'd be history?
Yes, a history check from the two of you, please. Etched onto the back, by the way, Tink, is a single word. BRAG. With like a tail of a G, of another G next to the first G. It clearly is also scorched slightly.
Guys, there's this like symbol thing. I think it's got Bragg's name on it. Any of you seen anything like this before?
Nope. Looks like a sunflower.
Looks like some kind of flower in a sun. Yeah, sunflower.
Sunflower. Yeah. With those checks, though, guys, it doesn't look like anything. You swear, Lanwar, though. You swear you recognize it somewhat. It's some kind of flower. It escapes your mind at this point. Dion, you have no idea.
Don't
This
recognize
isn't a thing. This isn't a thing you can shoot. But that was your investigation. Tink, Lanwar, looking around, you're definitely all getting some funny looks. the folks over by the fire are sort of snorting, and one of them sort of points in your direction with his thumb and just sort of rolls his eyes, and you can't make out at this distance what they're hearing, what they're saying. With your passive perception, though, you can catch a word like, oh, insurance and missing persons, all that sort of stuff. Hear about the fire, something like that.
Is there like a big police sign that says "Incident happened here"?
No,
Diversion.
no. It was closed at one point, but it's been reopened.
I would say maybe those people over by the fire might have some information and might be willing to give something up for monetary gain from them.
There are sirens though going off in the background. It's your classic inner city sort of. There's dogs barking. Street lamps nearby are sort of flashing slightly as the crickets, as the fireflies in sight kill themselves from depression.
Because they look like they've been here for a while, judging by their
It's
look.
Yeah, it's a depressing place, by any stretch of the imagination. It really is. Glack, with that 19, you do manage to swipe the notebook.
Is it written in common?
It is written in common. Do you speak common?
Yes, thankfully.
Or, do you read common rather?
Yes, slowly, but yes.
All right.
So maybe he passes it over to somebody who's a bit more of a reader.
Yeah, you
Azaz,
sidle.
do you want to take a look at this?
Yeah, you sidle back to your companions.
Anyone good at either is very persuasive or intimidating, maybe?
I mean, I gotta go.
I'm for proficiency intimidation. I'm thinking about going over some of them and trying to intimidate them for information.
I'm not good at any of these things.
I would err on the side of persuasion rather than intimidation.
Yeah, I'm not good at persuasion. I looked at that.
If I were to give a number on it, I would say +2.
I don't think we don't have the very persuasive people. Maybe monetary gain will help with the persuasion.
This is why Bragg was the face of Tink's thing.
Yes. Okay. Can I?
It's almost as if you've lost all your charisma-based characters.
Yeah.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
How will you survive? Let's find out.
Can I go over to them?
Yeah, of course. As you get closer, you snatch a couple of words of what they're saying. It's like, yeah, I heard there's a bunch of places over in on the east side that go. Oh, wait, hold on. As you approach, they just sort of clam up.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just looking to see if you fine fellows who have any information of what happened over here. Maybe seen someone, one of our friends, maybe get away from this. I don't know. I describe Bragg to them a little bit to see if there are any, and I want to insight them as I describe Bragg.
Oh yeah, roll me an insight check. Most of them seem disinterested. Like, oh yeah, we're not the cops. We're not detectives. We're not actively on the lookout for folks. One of them, though, you actually at this point recognize the imp. It's the imp from Biodrone's lab. And he sort of he looks at you, and at this point he recognizes you. And you notice him recognizing you, and recognizing, in fact, the description of Bragg.
Hello again.
What do you want? Oh yeah, it's you, the guys who. Yeah, these guys got me fired. Yeah,
They fired you?
of
Fine
course
fellow
they,
like
of course they
yourself.
fired me.
I did everything to help you. I didn't know that my friends jumped you afterwards and all that. I was willing to actually pay you for your help.
Yeah, well, jobs being what they are, everyone's on some hard times now. What with the thing between Biodrome and that crazy broad up on level 5,
Willow?
everywhere's, yeah, that's her. Everywhere's going out of business.
Oh, and you were wanting to start that pastry shop. I still need to try those. Oh,
The pastry shop, well, it was good for a while, and then and people came by who wanted me to pay for them, pay for their protection, and I said, I don't need no protection. I got financial backers. But well, they didn't take no for an answer, and suffice to say, the pastry shops. Well, I'm sat around a fire on the in-world equivalent of a Tuesday afternoon.
yes,
So
that's not good. I have a proposal for you.
yeah,
If you're willing to part with any information you have on what you see over there, possibly, my friend Bragg.
the greenish blue dude, tall,
Yeah,
talked about himself in the third person.
yes.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy. He was okay. He never robbed me, unlike those it was like an elf or something. I don't remember. A lot of people did that. But you were a kind guy.
I have a little vested interest on level 5, and I'd love a little pastry shop in my Druid Grove.
Yeah.
I will give you some financial backing to set up your pastry shop on level 5.
In exchange for?
The information about anything you've seen going on here, Bragg, or anyone suspicious going that way. Even if you don't have any great information, I'd love this to hire you anyway.
Yeah. Persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Right. Guess I'll just have to roll this twice because I can't get.
Wow.
How did I roll the same thing twice?
I don't know. Look, there's a lot of heat. There's a lot of pressure. I don't know. I'd need the money up front. Yeah, I'd need guarantee of. Well, his voice drops. Safety. It's not safe around these parts. Not for anyone.
Oh,
Especially imps with the lowest of the low.
trust me, you'll be safe up on level 5.
Money first. Money first. Let's.
How much are you talking?
common soul. A legendary. A legendary soul shard. The other guys around the fire sort of laugh and be like, oh, this him. Oh, I love him. Oh, great. Oh, yeah, he's such a practical joker. There's no such thing as legendary soul shards, not for us.
I hold out
Well-
2 uncommon as a starter.
Wait, really? No fooling?
Um,
Oh my god, it's been so long. He eats
I
one of them
flick them both
immediately.
to him.
He eats one of them immediately. Oh, delicious.
I hand them 5 uncommon ones. Even if you don't have any information, I still want to hire you.
You know, you really shouldn't be throwing this amount of cash around here. Let's go over there and talk. These guys, they're crazy. They'll do anything. Actually, you know what? Here, fellas, take this. Flicks them one of the uncommon. Go get yourself some ales and bread on me. I'll maybe join you. They head off. He flies into the fire and just sort of lies there. Look, I don't know nothing about this Bragg guy. I know he was coming around here a lot. He was talking about taking over this place. At least that's what I heard from the bus boys. We'd have a smoke out the back, you know, as you do. I was trying to get their souls. That old story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, normal things. Normal Tuesday.
But yeah, there was a half-orc matching this guy's description who was trying to buy the place. And well, some things happened. Supposedly they were gonna sign the paperwork, and it'd be his.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I saw him go in. A few hours later, smoke starts pouring out of the building. I didn't stick around. I didn't see him come out though.
Okay.
Sorry.
Did you see anyone strange go in?
No, but I know for a fact this wasn't the first time that a bar in this area. I mean, look, there's not many places around here that make people happy. This bar was like a lower end of the food chain kind of place. It was it was cheap. People came here if they didn't have enough money, they'd get a free bed. If they didn't have enough for a drink, they'd get a drink and a warm place to stay for a little while. At least, that was the kind of place it was. And well, I guess other people didn't take too kindly with that view of the world, we being in a capitalistic place, So yeah, it's not the first place that was burnt down. The only place that's still standing in this district is the Flowery Fancy, which is it's one of those upmarket places where the rich come to play as poor. It's fucking despicable, if you ask me.
Wait. Just a simple and I hastily draw in the dirt discreetly near him what we had saw earlier. Anything
No.
like that?
No, it's not that. It's just a flower on a white on a green background.
And then I rub it out as quickly as I've drawn it. Okay.
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 But
So-
it's the only place still kicking in this district. It might be next or some, I don't know.
Oh, thank you from the information. Get yourself up to level 5 and set yourself up the bakery. And I whisper him the password to basically be able to be into get into there safely.
The guards and wards thing. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, he'll sort of set up a place, I guess, in the goblin encampment or something like that.
And I'll warn him a little bit about the stuff, but say stick to my area and you'll be a bit safer.
Well, he does so. As you flick through the book, by the way, Pizzazz, while this sort of conversation's happening, you do note that there are a fair few places in here where this guy is picking up furniture. And in fact, you do. There's also sort of in at the back, used as like a bookmark, in on the right page. There's like a newspaper, like half of today's. Would it be today's newspaper? No, it wouldn't be today's newspaper. It would be dated a couple of days ago. But it's like it's the Daily Rag, you know. It's the Daily Mail in-world Daily Mail equivalent. It is
Alterra Express.
No, it's the Daily Mail. Because it's capitalistic society, it makes sense that there's a Rupert Murdoch here. Yeah, he's best friends with Brightside. They go golfing every week, don't you? No, please don't close us down, Mr. Murdoch. But yes, it mentions. So there's a couple of days rather. It mentions like the spate of fires in the Lower East Side. There's a business operations, that sort of things, like stocks and shares. With the flowered fancy, you skip to the stocks and look, and their shares since the fires have gone up. They've made more money in the intervening time. It's because they've cornered the market in this area.
Do you think it's time for a drink?
Yes. I think it's time for a drink. I'd say we all go to that flowered fancy place.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. I'm parched.
It's not far. After a little while, you reach the place. It is a single-story building, but it is fairly sprawling. And as you head through the door, you see a large, welcoming taproom area, brightly furnished. It is as I forget the name of the imp. I'll ask Chris what it was later. But yeah, it's fairly brightly lit. Over in this corner, there is goes into darkness, but there's like a cavern sort of nook, like a
Which way
what do
did
you
we
call
come
it?
in from?
So you came in the front doors here. Damn it, bottom of the screen, right there.
See, Lion.
Yeah, if you want to drag yourselves onto the page, it's currently got patrons in it. They are mostly middle class, or certainly they're dressed better than the guys you saw previously, including the guy who was filling the rag and bone cart.
So closer,
The barman,
closer to what we wear.
a little closer to your the pubs that you're used to, but still obviously kind of with that stripped back feel to it. It's like poor chic. You know, it's like someone has gone to a lot of expense to make this place look like it's rustic, like it's poor. Who was that?
Me.
So it might look poor, but the drinks could be expensive.
Possibly, yeah. It is warm. It is welcoming. It's bright. It's for all intents and purposes, pretty good. The above the bar, there's a large picture of a flowered field.
For the bar sign outside, did it look like the same thing that was on the emblem?
No, it looked more like just a flower on a green background, like the imp said.
All right.
But yeah, the barman is a troll.
Through the headset, I think it's time to do a little insighting into these people here, especially the bar staff.
Who's this, by the way?
That is me.
Cool. Don't know why you can't control that.
No.
Continue.
And
Well, Glack's going to head straight up to the bar and say, "Do you have any chicken?"
What, you got no pocket chicken?
No, we came straight from a restaurant. Besides, you can't put the Bragg LT in your pocket; it will just drain right through it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
there's
meaty
also
juices.
yeah. I don't want to hear about meaty juices. There's also
Pocket
there's
meaty
also
juices. Is that better?
there's also no pocket big enough to hold the Bragg LT.
Even on a kobold?
That's a bag of holding pocket.
Mhm.
If you buy enough of them, they give you one.
Mhm.
It's just
Yeah.
the size and shape of one.
In the handy haversack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna come up and say, "Do you have any chicken?"
Yep, the barman is this large, green-skinned troll with a familiar-looking thing around his temples. It's quite clearly a headband of intellect, and he looks at you all and says, "I'm sorry, but this is a reservations only place. Do you have a reservation?"
Say Glack's name. Say Bragg's name. I want to check his reaction.
We're here for Bragg. We're supposed to be meeting him here.
Bragg.
Yes.
What's a brag?
Well, it's when you've done something good and you say you've done something good in the third person.
No, I'm not sure I understand. But do you have a booking?
No, because we're meeting the person that has the booking here.
Right. I'm afraid there is no booking under the name of Bragg.
Is it braggadocious?
Let me check. Flicks through the book. Runs his finger down a page. No, it doesn't appear to be here. Roll me a quick perception check from where you are, sort of stood on your bar stool. To just as you glance at the book. Yeah, you can see the name of the guy who has booked one of the back rooms is a Mr. Wunderbar von Vrunchen.
Okay, well, if you can't see Bragg's name, is it booked under his business partner?
Who's the partner?
Herr von Rauschen. First name Wunderbar.
His eyes go wide at this, and he's, oh my, you're with the von Vrunchen party. Yes. And he immediately sort of goes from snooty to like this sort of greasy voice. So sorry, I should have realized. Adventuring types, touches yourselves. My deepest apologies, sir. Please, it snaps his fingers, and this woman here.
All I'm imagining is the
barmaid.
butler guy from The Simpsons. Yes!
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yes. He snaps his fingers, and this woman, this barmaid, comes by and says, "Oh, please do take very good care of our very special guests. They are with the von Runchen party. If you could take them to the private room, yes, right away, sir." This woman clearly looks to be more of a common type. Just this way, please, gents.
Entourage, follow.
She leads you northwards towards this door here, which is closed and says private function suite, or private function room, rather. She opens the doors, and before you see a pretty nice area. It's richly furnished. There's a pot plant over in one corner. There are couches cushioned in red velvet, which you'd never get at any other bar. There are chairs around the table. Begging your pardon, sirs. We were only expecting 3 of you, but I'll fetch another chair.
That's okay. I can sit on the what are they called? A lounge chair in the back.
Very good, sir. I'll return with your complimentary drinks presently.
Okay.
And she closes the door and heads off.
Okay. Does anybody know the name Wunderbar von Wanschen?
Nope.
No.
Going by the way the guy changed his mannerisms, I'm going to say it's quite a big shot.
Yes.
Roll
He
me
seems quite important.
roll me a history check.
What do you think I
Someone.
did?
Anyone who's proficient in history, roll
I
history.
did.
No.
And I'm proficient.
24. I need to come up with a backstory for that guy because he's not supposed to appear until for 2 arcs time. Wunderbar von Vrunchen is an artificer and a business associate. You've heard his name mentioned multiple times in the Arcanite business. He isn't allied with Brightside, but appears to do a bit of freelance work for Zytec. He's so if you imagine Biodrone is like the sort of Mengele of the guy who worked with plants. Von Runchen is like the Elon Musk of this world. So he's very much like high end, sort of very businessy, like always into like new Arcanite technology and industry. Quite braggadocious himself, in fact.
Probably heard some missions where people have been hired to bodyguard him or something. The Adventures Retreat be with working there.
Yeah. But you're alone in this room.
Oh, I've heard a few people bodyguarding him, and tell them that little bit you said about him. But other than that, I don't know much.
Okay, so
after a short time, the barmaid comes up, knocks on the door, and says, "Excuse me, sirs, I've got drinks here." Lets herself in, places the tray of drinks. Actually, she'd place the decanter of whiskey over here, and just bring you regular sort of drinks, which are, they're like, they just look like glasses of water, quite frankly. She bows and says, "I hope the drinks are to your fancy, says. Is there anything I can do for you?" says, "before I go."
No, I think we're pretty good
here. We're good, thank you.
How long do you reckon it will be before Mr. Von Runchen arrives? The booking isn't meant to be for another 20 minutes, says.
Well, You know, old Wonder, always turning up when he wants to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
knowing him, it'd probably be another 30 minutes on top of that.
Very good, Sis. I'll leave you be then, Sis. And she
Okay.
heads out. She closes the door after herself and exits.
Right, so that was a bit of bullshit. So we've got about 20 minutes.
Yes, let's.
I'm going to take a swig of the drink, and then I'm going to start searching the room to see if there's anything here.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to drink? As you just sip the water, and it tastes immediately of, like, the flavor changes in your mouth from this bland sort of water.
That's easy. It is the water cooler at
Oh my
Critical
God.
Fit outside of Bragg's office.
Yeah, of course. As soon as I said it, I realized it's going to be like an isotonic sports drink or some shit. But yeah,
Nope, just the water cooler.
even though it's just water, you swear that you can taste the cucumber and the lemon wedges that Bragg personally slices and puts in his own water cooler outside of his office. It's amazing.
It's also a Bragg only water cooler, but you know, you can sneak.
You could probably sneak, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone else, as you take a sip of your drinks, it's similar. Even though it looks like water, as it hits your tongue, it change and the flavor gets sent to your brain. It comes back and it's like, oh, that's like a strawberry milkshake, or that's a Jack and Coke, something like that.
Nice fireball whiskey.
Mm-hmm. But Glack, and anyone else who's doing so, roll me investigation check. As you just begin tearing this room apart, I guess. It's like when you bullshit your way into a club and you're like, oh shit, what do I do now? Dion, bit of
I
investigation?
thought I'd rolled it, but I wasn't sure if.
Oh, you have, sorry. Who am I missing? Lanoir.
Lanoir.
Okay.
Oh.
So unfortunately, Glack, you're just so enamored with your drink, it's difficult to concentrate. I thought someone had glasses of minute seeing for the advantage.
Not this character.
No?
No.
What do I have?
I don't know. But Pizzazz, you...
I've got observer's lenses. But...
Okay, so you have advantage then, right? Is that right?
Observer lens, additional... Don't think I have advantage. I just think they're...
Either way, Pizzazz has managed to find it. So, Pizzazz, as you're sort of wandering around the room, your foot nudges against Dion as he's just sort of sat there drinking his drink, just kind of looking around the place, like from a seated position. And as he sort of moves sideways, you notice the couch that he sat on shift ever so slightly away from the wall, and there's just the faintest breeze coming through a vent that's behind the couch. As you sort of shifted away a bit further, you can see, looking through the vent, which it looks to be more for airflow, although you reckon it could also be to spy on this room, because in here you see what's quite obviously a manager's office. There's no one in there currently, but you're looking through behind a wine rack, a wine bottle rack.
So I can see into it, yeah?
You can see into there, yes.
Cool, I missy step into it.
Amazing. Wonderful. So all of you just watch as Pizzazz turns into mist and flies through the grate here. Pizzazz, you're in a very well tended office. In fact, there's a couple of cigars stubbed out in a glass ashtray on the desk. There's a couple of lamps all around the place. There's a large trunk in one corner. Business notes are written. It looks like a well-to-do place. In fact,
Do we
the
all,
doors also currently closed.
do we all-
But you can hear movement coming from outside in the kitchen sort of area, the back of bar.
do we all want to go for there and maybe avoid meeting the person who's supposed to be here?
How big is the grate?
I don't think everybody will get through.
Yeah, it is. It is quite small. A small creature would have to squeeze. It is only about
No,
a foot and a half wide.
I'm
Can
talking about
Glack
foot at
get
most.
through?
I'm talking about burning a bunch of my charges of hidden path to get us through there. Because I could look through there, step someone through, then look back, step through myself. It cost me 3 charges, but
I can get through, but it ruins my only use of this a day. So,
Glack,
Dion, do you want to come with me?
Glack, since you're small,
yeah.
you could probably
Yeah.
squeeze through if you took the grate off the wall.
Oh, if I
And-
can
and
squeeze
also-
through, I'll squeeze through then.
Yeah, and also if you're dimension dooring, you can't take Dion because he's bigger than you.
Okay. Well, then
Yeah.
I will squeeze.
if you could squeeze through, I'll hidden path Dion through.
Yeah, that would take either a thieves' tools check to get the grate off the wall, or like a strength check if you're going to smash your way through. But it's like a not a fan, but it's like a grate, a small
Mhm.
grate in the wall that you would need to take off to climb through.
I use my thieves' tools.
All right,
Which
roll me a
I think I
thieves'
should.
tools.
I think that's just sleight of hand, isn't it?
No, it's dexterity plus proficiency, and if you
If you're
have,
proficiency.
yeah, if you have proficiency, and if you're proficient in sleight of hand, you have advantage.
Oh, okay. So, 15, and my proficiency is 5. So 20.
So you are
30, 20.
proficient. You are proficient
Yeah.
with them then. Okay.
Yes.
It's just because you might have expertise in sleight of hand or something. So a 20 is actually enough. You take out, and you realize thieves' tools maybe not as good, so you put those away and you take out like a small little screwdriver. You unscrew the screws, you take the grate off, or you slide it up rather, and pull it back down. So it's still attached by one screw, but you can just lift it up if need be. And you're currently on the middle shelf of a wine rack. There are bottles both above and below you, and it's kind of precarious. How are you getting down from there?
Gonna slide out real slowly and carefully.
Right. This would be an acrobatics check.
Right, Pizzazz, come grab my feet, just in case.
Because I'm trying to unlock this door.
You're trying to unlock this door.
No, lock it.
Yeah. It is locked already.
Okay, then try to block it.
Yeah, there's a large potted plant nearby, or a couple of large chairs.
I'm assuming
Multiple
the door opens into the office rather than out.
It does. So on the map, you should be able to see
the
a little dotted line showing that it opens in the window.
Ah, yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I was just standing on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay, Dion, let's hop through to where our friends are.
Through. Yeah, easy enough. You guys just teleport through the gap. And this fairly small office is now getting a little crowded. But you are in the manager's office.
Like, give me a hand with this chair.
I'm gonna start investigating the manager's desk.
Okay.
Is
Come
that
and give help
books
/
behind
guidance.
me and landlord James, or is it bottles?
Sorry,
At
what
the
was
top
that? What was
wall.
that, Dion?
Is that books or bottles at the top wall there?
That's a bookcase.
I'll
Your
investigate
bottles.
the books.
Your bottles are there. So you're investigating the bookcase. Lanwar
Yeah.
sort of plants himself down on the chair. and begins investigating the drawers and stuff there.
Is it-
Pizzazz and Glack, easy enough. You drag one of these chairs over to the door. There's not a massive sort of scraping sound, but you know it's muffled. You reckon you time it with the events that are happening in the kitchen, which is sort of on the other side of this door.
Guidance gives 4 or plus.
D4, yeah.
So it goes up to 23.
What were you? You were investigating the desk, right?
Yep.
So it'd
You've
be
done
investigation.
insight, yeah.
Yeah, you rolled insight. It's investigation, please.
Oh, sorry. I'm clicking the wrong buttons here.
We can just take the 11 if you want. What's your investigation mod? Or you can roll again.
I'd have to roll again because
Yeah, go for it.
I've got advantage on insight, but no. Well, I've got better insight. Don't know why I keep on confusing insight with investigation.
They're right
Nice.
next to each other.
A 21 though. That's nice. So we'll do Dion first since he asked. So Dion, as you rummage through the books, a lot of them are. Actually, no. I tell you what, we'll do Lanwar first because Dion's thing triggers another thing.
Okay.
Sorry, spoilers. Lanwar, with your 21, your guidance just putting you over the edge for that. You root around on the desk. There is a drawer which you can't open, which is locked. On the desk, there are various business sort of notes. Most recently, there's a shipment of meat that's just come in, a shipment of wine, that sort of just standard business sort of practices. The only thing really of note, aside from like quite fine cigars, quite fine imported cigars, quite high end, is this one locked drawer. How do you want to go about that? You can leave it, or you can break it open.
And yeah, the actual thing we do have mine seeing on them. So,
Okay, so those would be with advantage anyway. But yeah, there's this drawer that appears to be locked. As you just watch, your two small party members drag a chair that is larger than both of them over to the door and just begin to block up the door.
Jam under the door handle.
Yeah.
Can I investigate the lock to see if there's any triggering mechanisms for a trap or anything like that?
In another investigation.
Yeah, I want.
It's not trapped, but it is locked.
Okay. There's a locked drawer here.
Would you like me to come open it?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be there in a second.
Then go for Dion.
Dion,
While this is happening, Pizzazz is mage handing the bottles of wine into his bag of holding.
Amazing. Yeah, each bottle is very fine wine. It is some of them are sweet, some of them are more of a fruity, but all of them are worth at least an uncommon soul shard apiece.
Cool.
There's actually let me just roll a d4 minus 1. So yes, so there is one bottle that is of superior quality. In fact,
Ooh.
that's worth one rare soul shard. Yes, this one bottle is about as rare as a tier 3 adventurer's soul. It looks to be made of Celestial's blood.
Can I chuck him
as a base?
Can I chuck him one of the cigars as well? Might as well take one of these if you're going to take that too.
There's a whole box of those cigars. If you want to just look the entire.
I mean, my plan is just to ransack this office.
Oh, to make it look like a robbery, or to actually just to steal everything.
Just to steal everything.
Or I just at least hold up the cigar box and go, seeing him taking things. I don't care.
Cigar box is made of ivory, and it's sort of jewel inlaid with mother of pearl. It's quite fancy in and of itself as an art piece. That goes in the bag as well.
And
Yep.
There's just so the locked drawer. So Pizzazz, give me a check, by the way. While Dion, you pick your way through the books with the 20, actually, yeah.
Oh,
So you
it
pick
was
your way
Glack
through the
going.
books.
I thought it was Glack going through the lock drawer.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, Glack. That's what I meant.
yeah, it would be. So it's just Dex plus proficiency.
Yes, and advantage since you're
Okay, and I'm going to guide myself as well.
no problem.
Well, the first one's 28, so
well, I can guide you.
Yeah. As you crack open the drawer, Dion, you're just sort of pulling books. Most of them are like business accounts, business expenditures. There are a couple that are out of place. One or two of them are, they're not the kind of thing you would see on just a regular business owner's shelf. In beside a book on tax law, there is a book on what was it? How to. It's a spell book. It's a how to learn spells book.
The dummies
Yeah,
guide to
it's
spell
like
casting.
it's a dummy's guide to spellcasting, basically.
Dummy's Guide to Spellcasting.
Is that all find, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. As you peel that one, intrigued, as you peel that one off the shelf, it comes off in your hands and it opens to reveal a key.
Okay.
A bronze key, hidden in a it's quite clearly a false book. As you knock on it, it's just wood. But as you turn to see Glack crack open the lock here, you open the drawer, Glack, and it is empty. There's nothing in here, which is strange.
Oh god.
As you look down into it, there's nothing in there.
I get it now.
well, okay. And I close the drawer again. Well,
Yeah,
that
you
was a
close
waste
the
of
door.
time.
What did you find there, Dion?
You
It's
reason though.
strange.
You reason though. Why would an empty drawer be locked?
Dion,
And that's a land, say, it's strange. I found a hollowed out book with a bronze key in it.
oh,
Is the lock on the drawer bronze?
It is not.
Or about on the chest?
On the chest in the corner, no.
we know what bronze arcanite does.
It
Maybe
is not bronze, Arcanite.
It's definitely not arcanite. It's just made of the metal bronze.
oh,
Mhm.
there goes my fancy idea. But
Sorry.
you want to try that key on the drawer,
I mean, will it fit?
or at least see if it fits?
I'll attempt it.
It doesn't fit the outside keyhole. No.
Check underneath the drawer.
Yeah, as you take the drawer out, the drawer itself appears to be unremarkable. But as you look inside the sort of cavity it's created, right at the back of the desk, there is a small bronze aperture, keyhole, which looks to maybe fit this key.
Who is the
You
owner of this bar? Hidden within hiding and within.
He
Yeah,
clearly,
Maybe it's an escape room.
they clearly have something important to hide. I put the key in the lock and turn it.
as you turn it, the chest springs open.
Okay.
It unlocks.
What next? The staircase inside the chest.
As you push as you push open the chest lid, There is no staircase. There's like a pole descending down a short way onto a landing, and then after the landing, yes, there is a stone staircase leading down.
Have we found Batman?
Yes.
Essentially,
Pizzazz is going to go back over to the door, pull out the scroll of arcane lock, and cast it on the door.
okay, cool. So they'll have to literally bust down
Yeah.
the wall rather than the door.
Yeah.
So you do that. That's fine. Everyone else, there's a secret passage you have just found after a couple of strange steps. This person, whoever they are, must have made this place difficult to find for a reason.
This is just getting weird.
Shall we head?
It's getting curiouser and curiouser.
It is very strange. Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
You head down, and after a while,
You want our minis?
no, I've done it already.
They're there.
I did it already. It's fine. After a short time, eventually you arrive in a going down the staircase. It leads into actually it'd be this room here.
Gotta love the order. Let's put the wizard up front.
It'd be that room there, which you're led into, and there's on this side there's an easily findable hidden door that leads into this sewer area. The room itself is pretty spartan. It looks like it's been used mostly as like a store area for various hidden sundry supplies that if the authorities were ever to come knocking, would be like, oh yeah, what, me, gov? There's nothing here, sort of thing, you know.
Mm.
But as you close, do you close the door behind you as you venture out into the sewers?
I mean,
I don't know if we know how to close the door behind us.
I would have said to
I mean the hidden door. Once you're down there.
Yeah.
well, I was going to say I would have said to Glack to relock the drawer and then close the chest behind us.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give yourself a few extra minutes.
Yeah, easily enough. You manage to do that, and you make your way down here.
But we've taken the bronze key with us.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Cool.
Haven't found a keyhole yet, so definitely take it.
Oh, we did find the keyhole. That's what
Yes, it
opened the chest.
was. It was at the back of
Oh,
the drawer.
well then it just annoyed people. Even better.
Yeah. Exactly.
It really would, yeah. Where's the thing gone? There it is.
Oh, there's a way into the sewers.
Yes, there's a secret door on this side. It's easily visible. That as you open it, you're greeted with the sounds and smells of the sewers below.
So it's essentially like a smuggler's tunnel.
A bit, yeah, pretty much.
If you don't mind, maybe I'll sneak ahead a little bit just to take a look.
Yeah, go for it.
Amazing.
I'm going to be like 20 foot ahead, running up the walls.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
At this
Alright,
point,
yeah.
Pizzazz realised he's lost his ghoul.
He's in the bar still.
And just wandering around.
He's chatting up with the barmaid. So do you come here often?
I like your hair.
Can I have it?
Glack, you run along the walls. Roll me a stealth check and then perception, please.
Okay. Stealth. I've got it at advantage, but that's 26. And perception, not so great. 21.
Like an all-seeing shadow, you flit along the walls. Your footsteps making no noise over the sound of the sewage trickling away below you. As you come to what's quite obviously an intersection, you notice a number of things. Apparently, so standing guard, I say standing, floating guard here, there's a very small little grapefruit-sized creature with 4 little stubby eye stalks shooting out the top of its head that's just sort of looking all around it, or trying to anyway. Still doesn't see you. It's got 1 hideous little eye in the middle, 4 little ones on top. With that perception, you also notice arrow slits on either side of this junction. There. And 5, 10, yeah, you would just make out a door here. On the edge of a sort of walkway landing that leads out of the sewer water proper.
Discretion is a better pit of valor.
Yeah,
My
I'm gonna
friends.
actually no. I can tell you over the thing. Like,
Yeah.
it looks to be a. Is there such thing as a baby beyonder?
Beholder?
I mean, floaty ball thing, lots of eyes.
I'm still gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on the 3 of us at the
Yeah,
back.
yeah, no problem. The clanky party members get a pass without trace.
I mean, maybe Dion could shoot it.
Well, if he still's up to it, he...
I thought about that, but I was just wondering if it would still set off the booby trap. That's what I'm presuming the arrow slits are.
Well, yeah, but if you're that far back, or do you want to try and talk to it?
You also have advantage on finding traps.
Yeah,
And I've gave you
but
Pass Without...
just from where I was meaning.
With your 21 perception as well, Glack, you notice the sounds of soft snoring coming from those arrow gaps.
Oh, I might try and sneak past then. Like, is there a way I think I could sneak either?
It's
Over?
a wide open area. So the only reason you haven't been spotted by the baby yonder, as you call it, is because you've been so stealthy at this point. Yeah.
Yep.
Should have lost the sound. There we go.
So, shall we just try and knock it out quickly? Like, everybody get prepared.
Well, I've given us a chance to stealth up to it.
I will check for any booby traps.
I'm just going to give you this as you make your way up, sort of being stealthy. You don't seem to spot any traps in this way. They probably assumed that anyone who made it this far was one of their own.
Can anybody cast silence?
I can actually.
I mean, if you cast silence on it, and then we just run in and beat it up, because the arrow guys seem to be asleep.
Yeah, I'm happy to cast silence on it.
Move forward, stealthily.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be Like our charge forward and punch as soon as silence reigns.
Yeah, mark off the spell slot. We're not going to go into combat. This is just a scout gazer. So it's very low on health. You just run in and punch it to death immediately. And it's so quiet that before its body even hits the ground, you are there and you're just sort of crouched and waiting. So this main sewer tunnel expands into this circular hub. There's a pair of arrow slits carved into its outer walls and directly across from each other. There's two passages continuing on, one to the north, one to the south, and the stone door that's set into the back wall of a stone ledge to the western area. Yeah, everyone at this point roll stealth, by the way.
All right.
Remember, you
with your plus 10,
10.
so
That would
Tink rolled a 21, Lanwar a 27. Glack, we're just gonna
re-roll,
we're just no, we'll just keep yours. You barely had to come out of stealth. Dion also got a 21. So luckily enough for that pass without trace, you managed to get there without too much fuss. You all now at this point hear the sort of gently kind of kind of sounds coming from the arrow slits as if of someone gently snoozing.
over the head say, their guards are kind of crap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you've got sewer duty, maybe you're not the best guard.
Well, yeah. Punishment duty.
A reminder to anyone on sewer duty hiding. Give them some coffee.
Where to now? There's a north, south, arrow slits, or the door to the west there.
When we look in the arrow slits, what do we see?
Sitting on a chair inside each arrow slit is a sleeping hobgoblin. In a bow slung across their front. They've clearly fallen asleep. One of them's actually sort of leaning against the side wall here, actually, and you'd actually see the interior of that room. So yes, so you'd see a passageway heading off to the north from the northern arrow slit, and a door leading off to the south from the southern arrow slit, and a similar arrow slit as well, looking out to the south. Interestingly enough.
Or passageways. Or the headpiece.
And do we hear anything? Do we hear anything from the door?
You hear nothing from the door.
Can Glack tell if it's locked or not?
That'd be up to Glack if he tries the door.
Well, if I can't hear anything against it, I'll
you
take a look. I'll investigate it, maybe.
Yeah, it cracks open. It's unlocked. It looks like just a regular old entrance to a lair, really. As you head through, there's another arrow slit to the north. You assume to similarly act with another hobgoblin in tandem to fire arrows through to intruders. As you head deeper in, this room you arrive in is quite messy. Rusty weapons, threadbare clothing litter the floor, which looks to serve as a coat room and an armory of some kind, but contains nothing of real value.
I point at the hobgoblin and gesture, stabby stabby.
Knockout.
So are you going to attack him, or is your party following?
I assumed everybody was following, but
I thought Glack was just going to try and knock him out.
I'm gonna stay at one of the at the slit where Pizzazz is. If Pizzazzes want to follow in.
Yeah, I'll follow him.
And basically act as a distraction so Glack can basically get a better chance to knock this guy out if he wakes up.
Again, easy enough. He is sleeping. You have a surprise round, and you just demolish him fairly quickly and silently.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yep.
His weapon clashes to the floor, and he is gone very quickly.
Can I take the weapon?
Yeah, it's just a +1 short bow.
That's okay.
I was going to ask if I could grab the arrows, but you got there before me.
Oh no, I hand it to you because you know bows is like, is this any good? Do you want this?
It's not bad. Mine's is a lot better, but
Well,
sure it does the job.
a backup.
Yeah, it won't go wrong.
Okay, I'm just gonna stealthily peek around the corner to see what I can see.
Just a tunnel leading on. So actually, that seems to go. So that's a stairs leading down. So that would actually go below the sewer area technically. So that's just sewer. So it goes below the sewer and into a room, which it contains 6 tattered straw-covered mattresses. Nothing of real value. But you do hear the sounds of activity in the through the door beyond this room. Mutterings and grumblings. One person you can hear goes, "Hold still, would you?"
So I think there's maybe a hairdresser on the other side of the door.
We all stealth up to there, be ready to move in.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we just burst in?
You know what? I'm gonna spend one of my wild chips on this.
I see.
I'm going to turn into a brown bear. And bust through the door.
Interesting.
So brown bear just bust through that door.
I mean, you've definitely got surprise. Do you want to roll the attacks? These guys are a little more hale and hearty than the other guys, but you still do catch them by surprise. One guy he's getting bandaged up there. This guy has his sword drawn and he's holding this door closed. So yeah, you rush up to the nearest guy. Go for it. Yeah.
Roar.
Yeah, those both hit. 20 damage. Interesting.
I'm not seeing that damage.
Because of the way I have to do it on roll
okay.
20. It goes directly to GM.
Fancy.
Yeah. Bum bada bum 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 bada bum bada bum bada bum. Yeah, those both hits, and he does take 19 damage. So you rush in there, and you're on this guy. That bloodies him. These look to be very simple sorts. But they are surprised. Anyone else have held actions that go off?
Yeah, I would have came into.
Yeah,
punch
you're
them as
you're
well.
right. You're riding on Bear Lanwar, and as he charges in and bites and claws at the nearest guy, you leap off, brandishing your stick in the air. Going for the same one or a different guy?
I will go for. Well, the first punch. Well, the first 2 punches will go for the first guy.
Okay, roll your first punch.
Oh, well, okay, I'm just going to do unarmed strikes.
Hmm.
Okay, so a 28 for the first one.
Yeah, that kills him.
Second one to the next guy. So that's a
Oh.
31.
Yes, that shockingly hits. Are you going to use your d8s on this one?
Yes, actually, yeah. So it'd be
Because it'd be 2 d8s.
yeah. So oh, for God's sake! I'm not going to use a key point, but I'm just going to do for my bonus action, just do an extra punch,
Okay, yeah, go for it.
which would be a 27.
He's still up, but you know he looks like you just punched him so badly. He actually like wets himself like that. He's so weak. His knees have buckled. You've just hit pressure points all over his body, and he's just standing there, barely holding himself together.
Legs trembling.
Pizzazz and Dion. This kobold has just materialized on the back of the bear and punched his buddy to the ground and punched him nearly to death.
Whilst the bear's standing there growling.
Mm-hmm.
Rawr!
Pizzazz, Dion, anything?
Cast a firebolt at it.
Okay. These are grey-skinned Noids, by the way, Durgar, or deep dwarves, as Durgar's a culture which don't exist. Karndar dwarves, actually, is what they're called. And yeah, that kills him as well with his 1 hit point left. The guy up here says, "Whoa! Now, it's just hang on a minute. I don't know what you're here for, but you guys are clearly very powerful. I don't know if you're powerful enough to deal whatever's in this room here, but if you down me, it's gonna come out and get you."
What's in the room?
It's like a massive creature made of acid. I'm holding it in the room, but if you let us go, if you move on, like I won't say anything. You won't say anything, will you, Reg? No, Rodders, I won't fucking say anything. You see that fucking green kobold? He just punched two guys to the ground, basically, and someone outside just set him on fire. Yeah, poor Rod. Poor Rod. I mean, Jesus. Look, yeah, if you just, be on your way, head to wherever you're heading. Like, I don't know if it's gripe you've got with the boss or anything like that.
Who's the boss?
The boss, it's Nihilo is who we answer to. What is it, Nihilo? Nihiler? Yes, Nihilo. Nihilor and Grumshaw. They're through there. Go for them if I mean I don't want no part of this. Take your beef up with him. But as soon as you're through that door, we're just gonna go. If it's all the same ears.
I mean, we're
Oh,
here
hang on.
looking for our friend.
Sorry, Pizzazz.
For your friend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about that.
You don't even know who we're looking for, so
I'm not paid to ask questions about who comes and who goes. We just get paid to do a job, don't we, mate? Well, it's true, yeah.
Tell them not enough, clearly, and leave.
Hang on.
No. We don't want them to leave.
What I was going to say is, if those 2 guys leave,
The door
He's
opens.
walking away from the door. That acid creature
I mean,
will come
by,
out.
by that time,
I cast web.
oh shit!
I
Oh,
web him to the door.
oh man,
So,
just on this
You
guy?
stay there.
Because it's a 20-foot cube. It gets both of them.
Yeah. It's like, so you two stay there, hold the door,
Mate,
and we'll be back.
what the shit? Oh no, mate! Oh come on! Oh, you see that bear though? That was cool. I mean, I saw the bear. That was cool. I saw it was a tiny little dragon riding on a bear. I know it was cool. I just, time and a place, Reg. Time and a place.
We'll come back and rescue you if everything's okay. If you don't die.
Right, it's your funeral, mates. And you head on, just Pizzazz and Dion. You see what your friends have done. You just sort of,
It's like,
and
nice.
they're bemoaning their situation, of course. But you head through, and there's yet another tunnel, which down from which you hear the sounds of not combat, but someone casting spells for sure.
We'll still have pass without a trace.
And also screams. Well, you've broken your stealth by this point, so it would be another stealth check.
Pizzazz, do you recognise the spell?
Do I recognise the spell?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana 17.
Mostly fire-based spells. Where was it? It was immolation.
Yes, I know the spell well.
And also healing magic that's happening at the same time. It's, if you had to guess, you would guess that someone was being set on fire and being healed and being set on fire again.
Torture method.
Yeah.
Torture, exactly.
Someone's being burned and healed, probably for information.
Yes, and there are in fact screams.
Or rather, lack of information. Oof.
16. I'm a bit larger. Makes sense.
Understandable.
34.
You're a bit smaller.
These stealth rolls, oh my god.
25.
Can you not?
I mean, my stealth is
21.
just a flat roll.
You got plus 10 just naturally?
No, that's the pass without a trace.
Oh, yeah. So, the stealth was actually...
Just
15.
a 15 on the die.
Not bad, not bad. Whereas Glack's supposed to be stealthy as shit.
Yeah.
I've disappeared.
So anyway,
Glack, who?
you...
He's imperceptible. I can't even see him with my passive.
Oh,
So
you
anyway-
know what?
So anyway, you're
Just
heading
see him.
through... So anyway, you're heading through this area.
Mhm.
All right. Let me know when you move to where.
I would have
It's clear that that's important.
Well,
sneaked
you're
down.
you're sneaking. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
so
sneaked down to here.
yeah. So as you sneak below yet another dripping sewer and begin to head up these stairs, the sound of fighting is absolutely coming from in there. There's someone on the ground, sort of writhing in terrible pain. This tall figure, all in black, is standing over them. It would be the base of the throne. They'd be standing there. Lightning and fire are coming out of their fingers, while they'd be there. Yeah, lightning and fire coming out of their fingers and into this young person, this handsome young person who just looks in agonizing pain. Roll me a quick perception check. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, it's on the edge of your range. Because there's slightly raised up. Yeah. Seated on a throne back here is a terrifying squid-faced, purple-skinned creature. In its hands, it is stroking what looks to be a bestial brain. This creature, it's a nightmarish figure. It wears all black robes, large white eyes, rubbery purple skin, 4 tentacles encircling its inhuman mouth. Yeah, it is cradling a disembodied brain with bestial, dog-like feet. Sitting at either side of this throne are 2 more of these brain creatures.
Throwing a bloody mind flare at us.
Threadbare curtains hang on the eastern wall of this long hall. Yeah. Fire burns in the muscular orc's clenched fist, and his victim cries and squirms helplessly beneath him. Only Dion, because I believe only Dion has deep speech, right?
I don't have deep speech.
Yes, you do. I told you had it last week.
Now I do.
Yes. Only Dion. Dion, you suddenly, your mind flashes to that horrible vision you had. As this creature on the throne talks in the same language you heard your the people, the figures in your vision,
In the black
talking.
and white robes.
Yeah, in the black and white robes. This creature stands up as it doesn't see you, but you watch as its head, its tentacle seems to twitch slightly, and Pizzazz, you would recognize this as an internal alarm spell being triggered.
Right.
It has that sort of what's going on?
I sense something.
The Half-Orc hasn't noticed anything, but the Mind Flayer stands, sets down its pet, and begins to move forward. Let's roll initiative.
There's a disturbance in the force.
Don't forget, it is 5 to 9.
Yeah, I'm aware. It'll be very quick.
That means we're all gonna die.
What is it with me and rolling so low now?
Why does everyone have? Pizzazz went over 9.
Surprisingly low.
Didn't roll an 18. One more rolled the 11. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Turn. Actually, that'll just be the intellect devourers. So I'm gonna roll for Nyler.
Why can I pick up Glack?
Oh, I set his to all players.
Yeah.
Half-Orc rolls also a 19. No shit.
Sorry, Glack.
Okay.
I was trying to spin my character around.
I need his stat block very quickly, because what would he end up doing? Okay, so he's already used that spell. So Mind Flayer. I'll be honest, I didn't expect you to get this far, but it's great. I love it. We'll press on and get this done. And reach the next story beat.
Ignore those ones. I was trying to add deep speech.
Mind Flayer is a +1, so the Mind Flayer rolled a 20. So that means the Intellect Devourer is going to go on his initiative. And he rolls a +2. So he rolled a 21. But he is surprised. Okay, first off, Dion the Hunter. You've seen this purple-skinned, hideous aberration entity just stand and begin to walk towards the stairs. Your preternatural senses tell you something is amiss. And someone is being tortured also on the ground.
Yes, let's not forget him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and he's being horribly beaten. Yeah. What do you do first? You're first up. You're first to spring to action. Your hunter senses, having been sharpened since your encounter with Ziraj. What are you doing?
I just instinctively fire at the half-orc.
Understandable, actually. Yeah. Go for it.
Do I have advantage? Didn't say we have surprise.
Yes, you do. You have advantage on your first attack since
But
you're surprising him.
But if you're shooting him with your bow, you have disadvantage. So it's just a straight roll
Why would you have disadvantage on him?
because he's prone.
The half-orc.
Is that not the half-orc that's on? Oh,
The half-orc is torturing.
He's not shooting the tortured guy on the floor.
No.
I'm putting him out of his misery.
right. I thought the way I understood it
Sorry.
was the half-orc being tortured. Right. Sorry.
Right. Yes.
So roll your attacks. 31's going to hit.
Does he take it?
Yeah, of course he does. You surprised the guy, and you've shot him. Of course he takes it.
Yeah,
You've got
I didn't know what his armor was going to be like.
Of the 31,
he is a wizard. He is wearing robes, sir.
31, you can hit a ancestral dragon.
But in that one,
Oh fuck!
that fires and almost breaks your bow apart. Nah, unlikely. Schemo Grumshar loses his surprise condition. Nihiler. So Nihiler is going to use his movement to walk 5, 10, 15, 20. Use object to open this door. 25.
Run away!
Use his action to close it behind him. And walk into this room and do something in there. Also on his turn, the Intellect Devourers. Does it bring up their stat blocks? Intellect Devourers are going to run forward 40 feet. Devour Intellect within 10 feet that has a brain. So we'll see how far they can get. So this one runs 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, no problem. They get up to you. No problem whatsoever. So that one's going to go for Dion, the one in the middle. This one's going to go for Pizzazz. This one will go for Glack. Since that, so I need. They can't reach with their claws. Oh, except for the. No, he can't. So I need everyone to roll me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Is this a magical effect?
See, that's interesting.
Mhm.
Because I don't know. I guess it would be psionics, given how it is now. But I think when the stat block was written, it's like a monster effect. Like, would you have advantage on a dragon's fire breath? You know?
Including me?
No, just Pizzazz, Dion, and Glack. They're the only ones within reach. Since wizards have created the psionics class, I will say yes. It's counted as a magical effect. It's not a spell, though.
Still waiting.
Yeah. So Dion and Pizzazz, you both managed to shrug off this effect. However, Glack, you almost look at this creature. You take 10 points of psychic damage, and I don't want my fingerprints on this train wreck. I'm going to get you to roll me 3d6, please.
Okay, 3d6.
What is your intelligence score?
My intelligence score is 13.
Okay. Good.
I'm a vegetable.
No. Absolutely not. You feel this psychic dampening press in about you, but you are barely able to hold it off. This creature seems to have your number. It is your turn.
I
Oh,
feel
okay.
a stillness of mine.
No, because it doesn't seem to have done anything.
No?
Well, no, because it's not a charmed or frightened effect, I assume. So
Okay.
I'm going to bust out the arms and Run DMC tracksuit. I'm going to punch it right in his ugly little face.
It has no face. It's just a brain. Ooh.
Even better, I punch it right in the brain.
Go for it. Don't know if you've ever been punched in the brain. It's not nice.
No.
This is radiant damage.
Yeah.
So it screams horribly. It takes all of that. It's just a fist goes deep into the brain and sort of twists, and you withdraw, and there's just this craterous hole in there.
Then I
Hashtag
take
blood.
my other fist and do it again.
Yeah, and you beat that one into just paste.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to move forward, spend one more key point to just wail on the next one.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Bad thing. Oh,
Bad
so
dog.
that's a 25 for the first one.
Mm-hmm. And an 18 also hits.
Yeah.
And that's enough to take out that one as well. They're not terribly hardy little creatures, but they can be deadly against low intellect characters.
Like
That's your
barbarians.
turn, Lanwar.
Okay. I'm gonna move forward and just maul it as a bear.
Yeah, because you're still a bear. Go for it. Roll your attacks.
One. And that one.
Those both hit. 6 and 7.
But do they barely hit?
Boo.
Actually, boo, I can't even see the scores.
Actually, they glance off. It's magically resilient sort of brain height, where that would kill just a regular old person or a regular old person's brain. It seems to take half as much as damage as you.
Don't forget to
had
call
hoped.
out the rolls for the podcast listeners.
The podcast can see.
Yeah, the podcast can see since it's Lan that's since it's Bob that's
Podcast
broadcasting
can
it.
see.
It's an 18 to hit for 12 damage and a 20 to hit for 13 for people who are listening to it rather than because I listen. I don't watch because I have better things to do with my time. I listen to it. Pizzazz, it's your turn before Dion's on deck.
Okay.
This wizard looks up from his torture victim and locks eyes with you all and seems to know what his task is to allow his master to escape.
Gonna stand there. He took damage from the bow earlier, yeah?
From Dion.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
he took 14 damage.
Okay.
Are you tolling the dead? I'm guessing. No?
I am going to cast Negative Energy Flood.
What the hell is that?
Interesting. As you cast it, he seems to recognize it as a fairly, I'm guessing it's about 5th level.
Yes.
So he's going to recognize it as a decently powerful spell. He's going to cast it. He has no 5th level slots though. He's got a 6th level slot, but I don't want to burn that, right? He's just going to try at 3rd level and try and make the DC. So it's an intelligence check.
Constitution save.
He's counterspelling though.
Oh, then no, counterspell. He's counterspell.
Excellent. So it's a con save. Con save which he has plus 3 to. So 19.
He makes it. So
Sadly, 16 points of necrotic damage. That's still a fair chunk of a wizard's health, to be honest. That's your turn, though. That's his reaction used up. So he can't shield Dion. There is still 1 brain left.
Shoot the wizard.
I'm gonna go for Grumshar.
All right, yeah, go for it.
Don't forget to Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
He's about to die. It won't make a jot of difference. Roll your 2 attacks, please, because it'll be Schemo next, and he'll be coming for you. It'll be a Cone of Cold at 6th level. Yeah.
23 hit?
23 is, of course, hitting. Are you Hunter's marking first, or what?
Yeah, I will.
Cool. He'll take the 13 damage then, instead of the 11. He's looking bloodied at this point. You've got 1 more attack. 16 just hits him. Oh man, if he had shield. Oh man, that's so disappointing. Wizards, man.
So he
that's
takes
your
the
turn.
20.
Yeah, he takes all 20 of that. However, he's gonna drag the body a bit closer using half of his movement, and he is going to begin casting a quite large spell TM. And since he's an evoker, he designates the Intellect Devourer as an ally. So, Dion, you would have had to come up there. So I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, please. This is a magical spell.
I don't get on con. It's only the mental stats I get on.
Okay.
Still.
Yeah, that's a good cast, yeah. It's a DC 18.
Damn it.
So Dion, oh shit. So Cone of Cold is at 6th level. 9 die 8, I believe. 60-foot cone. It is evocation. Yeah, 1 die 8, so it's 9 die 8 at this level. But this is his big ass spell. And he's gonna die next turn. And he only could do this because you had used the counter spell already.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone who failed, 33 points of damage. Pizzazz, you take 16. Same goes for anyone who's resistance to cold. The guy is dead. The guy on the ground is dead. He freezes into a popsicle.
We tried.
Yeah. Nihiler.
You know what I'm going to do?
What's that?
I am going to reduce that cold damage for myself by 16 because I can deflect energy now.
You can deflect energy?
Yeah.
That's amazing. So you take 18 points of damage. That's very cool. Nihiler, he does a thing. You all hear a spell being cast. A fairly high level spell, in fact.
Guess my bear didn't pass.
No, it's a DC 18. So your bear takes 33 points.
I am still in bear form by 1.
Nihiler does a thing. The Intellect Devourer is going to target the fucking druid, I think. Yeah, because he's the closest thing at hand.
The bear.
So the bear. That's what I mean. The bear, the maiden fair. So he is going to use his claws. He only has a +4 to hit with these. So let's see. But it is a bear though. So an 11. Does the 11 hit a bear?
Yes.
I feel like it
11
might.
11
Oh
hits
my
a bear.
god! Amazing. Cool. So it's 2d4 plus 2. 2d4 plus 2 damage. So you take 9 points of damage from the intellect devourer
So I.
because you're no longer. So you need to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Okay.
You know what, Ben? I've just noticed in the stat block it says must make an intelligence saving throw against this magic. So yes, you would have advantage.
All right.
Intelligence saving throw, please, Bob. Oh man, how is that so goddamn? How do you have +9?
Headband of intellect, and I'm also got I've also got
Proficient?
proficiency in it.
Damn. Oh man. Well, the intellect devourer didn't know that.
Some intellect on him.
Glack, it's your turn. The squid face man just went into that room, and you heard a spell being cast.
Yep. First, I'm just going to pop this little thing in the face.
Yep.
Well, in the
And
brain again.
Yep, it dies. It dies.
Then I'm
Grumshar
gonna-
is looking very weak.
I'm going to jump off the frozen corpse and kick him in the face.
Just going to roll
Or
something
punch
for
him
the
in
corpse.
the face, rather.
The corpse, the arm breaks off the corpse. 20. He's going to shield that to bring his AC up to 21.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm definitely spending the key point to pop him twice more. Oh, come on.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god. He survives the monk's onslaught.
Oh, no.
But you are getting in about him. That guy goes. Do you want to belay round? You still have an object interaction, or do you want to stay there? Like, because you can shuffle around on a like a pivot.
yeah.
Sweep the leg.
I've got no more attacks to sweep with, so I'm just going to. So we're not all in a line. So I'm going to stand just there. So if he tries to hit me, at least he might hit the door.
Okay.
Sweep
10
him with your
foot away.
quarterstaff.
Lanwar.
Okay, I'm
You
going.
could open the door with your use object, by the way.
I could, but I feel as soon as I open the door, the spell's going to go off and burn me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, spells can do that too.
Yeah. So
I'll let you roll me an Arcana check for see if you know if it was an evocation spell.
Glack has no arcana, so
That's
no.
Never mind then. Lanwar then Pizzazz.
Okay. Let me go check my spells.
Punch him. Hit him with a stick.
Hit him slowly. Hit him quick. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him.
With your rhythm stick.
Yep.
What are you doing, Lan?
I'm
9:15.
I'm gonna.
5 minutes left.
I'm going to upcast my dispel magic on the door to make sure.
Okay. You target the door with the dispel magic. The dispel magic does not latch on to anything that is dispellable on the door. The door does not appear to be trapped with magic in any way.
Yes.
I was
with
more-
magic.
I was more trying to catch whatever spell he was going for. So, would I been able to notice there was any magic on the door with passively? Because
Passive. What's your passive arcana?
Is there a passive arcana?
10 plus your arcana.
Arcana +4.
14. Probably not. No, if you're not proficient.
Because I was basically want to get to the door, but you made it sound like it was trapped, so you made me change my freaking mind.
Well, you
was
don't know
wanna-
if it's trapped or not. Well, you don't know if it's trapped or not. You know it's not trapped now, as you've dispelled any magic on it.
Alright.
That's fine.
I was basically Can I take that one back?
Yes, of course you can, Bob.
Because
That was my bad. But what would you like to do instead?
I was want to use my object interaction to open the door and dispel any magic the guy was casting on the other side.
Okay. We'll let you crack open the door first before you decide to dispel the magic.
Okay.
As you look in, the guy is gone. There is but a swirling sort of portal.
Hmm.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really showed up very well for me.
I think I know what that is, but that's
It's a Sharknado.
no. I know what it I know what it possibly can be from sort of. So I wouldn't know in character, but I've got an idea what it is out of character.
No, that's a very bad looking. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's just this purplish arcane portal. As you look beyond it, you can see just blackness. You can, with your passive perception's major, so you can make out a like the swirling of a cloak, flapping through it at this point. But he himself has stepped entirely through into this portal. It looks like it may close fairly soon.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to where I am.
10,
Can I?
15. No, that's only 15 feet.
Alright. Is that another 15 feet to there?
Because you were there. 5, 10, 15,
here.
20, 25. No, because the brain was there.
Oh.
Wasn't it?
I've lost track of where I was, sorry.
No, that's 20 feet. Yeah, you were there. 5, 10, 15, 20. 20, 25, 30 will get you there. So 30 will get you into the portal, if you wished.
But do you?
I don't know. Can we leave it on the cliffhanger of this?
No. We either because this is the middle of a combat round, Bob. What are you doing?
Screw it, I'm going in.
You're on deck. Excellent. I love it. I'm just going to move you off the map. Pizzazz, Lanwar has run for the door and stepped through a portal. Glancing back, you see your friends. Glack looks shocked. Pizzazz, it's your turn though.
Okay.
Let's say Lanwar called out portal. Come on, he's getting away. Something of that effect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you're aware, there's a portal there because you do have headbands, the earpieces rather.
Yeah. So yeah, let's do a firebolt on the guy.
Mm-hmm.
For 29 to hit and 20 damage. He's dead, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he goes down.
Cool. And then let's run.
Because he's a full orc rather than a half orc.
Yeah, I think you'd make it because you were.
So yeah, those squares there, the ones by the door, don't count as 5 foot. Sorry, that's just a wall. But I wanted to show like a top-down map. Yeah. So yeah, you make it into the portal if you wish, Pizzazz.
Yep, let's run. Cannonball!
Okay. And you.
Do we still have contact with Lan and Pizzazz?
Not while they're in the portal.
Right.
Dion, it's your turn. Your party members have just dashed towards this door. Glack looks like he's being shocked at being left behind.
Oh, I'm gonna run in as soon as it's my turn.
If it doesn't close before that,
gonna dive in.
Okay. Are you going to take Glack with you? the last 10 feet. You do have the movement to pick him up and chuck him if you wish.
If Glack's willing to go, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's looking like it might close. It's looking very unstable. It looks like it might be only open for a round.
6 seconds.
Yes.
So I grab Glack and we both jump in. Going,
Okay.
Geronimo!
I know what this is. It's one of the portals that you draw on the floor, and it's only open for 6 seconds.
Mm-hmm. And as the party dive through into the portal, into you know not where, following a mind flare, following the thought that your lost friend might be here somewhere. We'll pick up there next week.
Cool.
Oh man, for a second there, I thought Black would be left behind.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong; it would have been fun, but not for Glack.
Glack would have got lonely.
It would have been funny.
Considering none of us actually know that spell.
Yeah.
Teleportation. Yeah.
Well, thank you all very much for watching or listening. Thank you guys all very much for playing. I hope it's been an enjoyable start to this newest epilogue. And until next week, always remember to web up your doors. And if you are going to burn down a place for insurance, don't leave incriminating notes behind. This has been your friendly local neighborhood criminal, and this has been Alterra headquarters of the Mad Capitalist. Thank you all very much, and good night.
No.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye, gang. Be awesome to one another.